It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously, on the Chronicles of Celestria, firelight crackled in the Argent camp as kin embraced kin. Seamus, steady as stone, pulled each of the 7 into a hug, pressing food and warmth upon them. Little Quinn clutched Judge's hand with wide-eyed delight, while Anifi hummed by the fire, and Arya's smile lingered a touch too long upon Diego. Remus, staff across his knees, spoke words that bent the night heavier. Magic feels wrong. The threads unravel. We stopped here because I felt something, the world bending as it once did during the convergence. Something unseen tugs at it, and I fear we Argent are tangled in the weave more than you yet know. Around the circle, truths were shared. Dice rattled in the dirt, wine flowed, and laughter broke the weight for a long time. As Diego, Judge, Mirabelle, and Arya gamed with Seamus. Ashira learned of her grandmother's fate at the Coalition's hands, a truth wrapped in grief. Elirr slipped away to his book, where the wind whispered the name, Thalasser. Sylas wove wildflowers into a bracelet for Quinn, the little one giggling as receiving so. But not all wandered in innocence. Zelentrus stepped into the forest quiet, and there the shadows thickened. A voice, velvet and venom, curled into his mind. Seraphine, the goddess of deceit. She spoke of his bloodline, of Aasimar, born from 2 lines entwined, of a forgotten champion who once bore her mark. She offered him silence. She offered him power. She offered him a choice. The night grew darker. The fire burned low. And in the Argent camp, past and future tangled like threads, waiting to be pulled. This is episode 15 of the Chronicles of Celestria. We pick up today where we left off last session, where essentially you guys have spent the evening together. You spent some time interacting with the family, the Argent family. You've spent time with Quinn. You've spent time with Arya. A couple of you have headed to bed. We begin tonight where we left off last night, or last week. You guys have just made your way to the camp. You spent some time with the family. Most of you have headed off to bed. However, Ashira, you found yourself amongst the Yakutis that you know, family members by a lesser extent. You have Grumble and Snort at your side, both snoring away, as you see Zell step from the forest. Zell, you return and see Ashira sat between the hind legs and front legs of this Yakutus, who looks otherwise asleep, as she's gently patting down his side. What do you do?
Zell, with kind of red eyes and a little bit bloodshot and puffy, kind of walks over to her. Hey, how are you doing? What are you doing away from everyone else?
Well, it's been a long night, but what is going on with you? Was it that spicy?
It wasn't the food. It was and Zell kind of sit down next to you. Your grandfather, he made me have some thoughts about what was going on in the stone. And I demanded that whatever was in there finally give me some answers on who they are. And well, the stone was a god all along. I have 2 gods. both with the power to help me, both lording it over me. One through ignorance, one wishes to keep secrets from you guys who've proven loyalty to me.
You have two gods fighting over you? You know, a judge would eat that up. But
I don't know if they're fighting over me. I just know that they're both trying to entice me in some ways. As Ulara says that I'm her echo. Seraphine, she's the goddess of deceit. She offers me powers, but the deal was that I would have to have kept all of it from all of you, and I refused to do that.
right. But is that what you want, Zel? You want their power?
Just I owe it to the people who believed in me, to the people who lost so much for me, who become powerful enough to protect them without the help of gods. Am I looking at this wrong? Should I really be seeking power from them? Or should I be seeking that same power for myself? Is the
What,
only
like-
way
You mean
to
become a god?
just be on an even keel with them? If they have this power that can protect people, but to help people, and they either abuse it through ignorance or through just wanting to make themselves more powerful to hang it over people, that doesn't seem right. And none of the gods
Zel.
step in for those who are the truly weakest.
You are already strong. And I do not think you need their scraps to prove it. And the truth is that with great power comes great responsibility. I
already
don't know.
Like
I
have
feel-
those.
Well, with more power, you will have to take the responsibility, because no one else can. You make it sound like their power comes with chains and a cost. Is it worth it?
I don't know if it's worth it to trust gods that have only ever let me down before.
Well, if you don't trust them, then seek out a different god or a different being. Power doesn't have to come from just the gods. There's other things. There is, well, I wouldn't recommend, but there is the fiends and devils. They have pacts, contracts. There is greater, more ancient powers out there than the gods. Something created the gods. There must be something else you can seek.
Perhaps you're right. It's just, I feel like I'm back to square one. Like I don't really have much hope to
But you're
not
not
let
at
people
square
down
one.
again.
Because you're not alone anymore. Look around. You have all of us now. And the yaks, if you want.
Zal starts to stroke one of them and then looks at his palm and looks to you and goes, you know how you gave Diego a palm reading? If you could keep it a little bit lighthearted for me today, You reckon you could
Ah,
do one for me?
you know how it works, right? She like,
I,
yeah.
Zal smirks and he just says, "It's regardless of what powers it, it's a different viewpoint, and I think now of any time I need a different viewpoint."
Okay, well, let's pretend you didn't tell me anything. You just told me, and this is the first time we meet, and then there we go. Okay. All
Zal
right.
puts his palm
So,
out.
and she takes your hand and sort of lets it rest in hers as she starts to trace the lines where your hand sort of folds naturally. And she goes, "Oh, you see this line? This line goes on forever on your hand, and it is the line of mystery. Most people is short, but yours is very long." I joke. But what it does mean is that you wear your silence like an armor, and you think it keeps people out. But I think it keeps you in. This other line you have is your headline. It means choices. Interesting. It splits here in two paths. Whatever is ahead will be fundamental for your future. One side is secrets and burdens, things you carry that grind you down. And the other? It's a lighter choice. Not easier, but lighter. It means you have to let someone else in to help you carry the burdens. It means that you have to trust people. I'm not sure if you're capable of that.
I trust you.
There. Well, there's a start. Perhaps we can carry your burdens together. And then, oh look, how curious, there's another line here. A pathway. It looks like power, but not one that is really taken. A bargain. A chain that might look like a choice, but it isn't. The line warns me, Zel. If you reach that path, it may not be holding your hand. It is guiding you in a direction you do not want to go. Anyway, this is all not lighthearted. Let's head over to here. Oh. Zel, this is a mess. This is your love line. I can see that there was once somebody that mattered. I don't know, maybe they still do. But you see how the line fades there? That is the part where you run away. But that doesn't mean that the love has to end there. It just means that you turned away from it. And if you look very closely, you can see that the line picks up again. It means that something new could be ahead for you. It could be a friendship. It could be love. The line does not tell me which it is. Your future is not about what you left behind, Zel. It is about choosing to stop running and seeing what is in front of you. And then the last part is the heart of the palm. And it's not so much a line as it is more a feeling, as she squeezes the middle of your hand. Are you sure you want to stay lighthearted?
No, you take it in the direction you want to take it.
Zel, you feel haunted. Not by ghosts, but more your own choices that chase you still. Your palm says the same as your eyes do, burdened by the past, and perhaps a voice in your head that doesn't let you forget it. Drake is deciding if you will let it continue to haunt you, or will you finally set someone, or a group of people, let in on your burdens before it swallows you whole. As she closes your hand.
I've been trying to let you guys in to a certain extent. Hard. It means confronting things that I've ran away from for a very long time. It's, but I am trying. Thank you.
I feel like that palm reading was more intense than you had hoped. But this is, I cannot change your future. It is written in your hand.
I think it's what I needed.
I'm glad that I could help. I have my own reasons now to go to Stonehaven too. So perhaps whenever you confront what you have to do, you can help me confront what I have to do.
Of course. We're a team. And where you've kind of closed his hand, he reaches it out and he takes yours back, kind of like a
Handshake.
Handshake kind of thing, but like, and pulls you in for a hug and just says, "Thank you. And we've both got this."
I think she's a bit surprised that you do this, and then it's like, okay, you know? And then, like, gives you an embrace back. Okay. I think everybody has headed to bed for the night. I think we should do the same.
Okay, did anything happen whilst I was gone?
Well, Remus told us a lot of stuff. A lot. Elirr left, and I haven't seen him come back. Don't know. Maybe it's spicy for him too. I think everybody has headed to bed, but yeah, there has been a lot of information shared with us tonight. I'm sure we can fill in the gaps tomorrow for you.
That's good.
Ooh.
Zell stand up and offer to like help Ashira up as well.
Yeah. She will grab your hand and dust herself off.
Cool.
And then find a tent somewhere.
Zell will. Good question. Where will Zell sleep this evening?
I would say that most of them are camped out near the fire where there was food served earlier that day. There's a few tents now set up by Elirr. Diego's also set himself up there. Yeah, you see Judge is on alert mode in that situation, and Mirabelle has also set up a tent next to the caravan as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's not one on the map, but like, can I just like go there?
Yeah, we'll just say for sake of brevity that you guys basically set up your tents. Whoever your token is where you would be set up for the night. So yeah, if Zell, you want to move yours, perfect. Cool. So I want to ask before we continue the night ahead, for everybody beds down for the evening, is anyone doing anything? Anyone else want to do anything before they fall asleep? Sylas.
Sylas wants to do something.
Okay.
I found the flowers in the forest. As I've also found some other flowers a few sessions earlier.
Mhm.
So I want to use my herbalism kit to see what I can craft with it.
Perfect. Can I ask, what is it you're trying to do? Are you basically sort of brewing it into like a vial, or are you trying to sort of make it into a salve, like blend it down? How are you trying to do this?
Would I? No, I already checked that. I would not know what the bioluminescent flowers were. So I'm just gonna try it, see what's coming from it.
Okay.
I have no really experience with
You would
potion crafting yet, but
you would know that a lot of the time the druids that you're around would use such things such as herbalism kits and maybe alchemist tools to try and create potions. So I imagine you'd probably try and mimic something along those lines. In order to try and have a new experience here, as this is the first time you're doing it with all the herbs that you've foraged and picked up, it'll take you about an hour, this process, which you have time to do now because it's late in the evening. The Argent family have already gone to bed. So, can I have from you, please, a medicine check? And
I will use my guidance on that.
Very nice, yeah.
24.
24 plus 2.
26. It's a nat 20.
26. It is a nat
Nat
20.
20.
Yes. So yeah, you aced it. Although you've never done it before, you're doing a lot from sort of memory of seeing other people in the Druid Grove doing this, from where you would have learned how to become a druid. One of the things that's very obvious to you as we lose Ashira is that as you're going and you're sort of blending it down, you can see that this bioluminescent flower petal, which I will tell you now is a moon petal. You can see that these are glowing with a slight faint sort of almost like a silvery essence to them. And as you press them down, that liquid that comes from the flower petals actually glows as well. With a 24 plus 2, 26, we will say that after an hour passes and it cooks up, you'd probably have to leave it overnight. But in the morning, when you do open up your pouch, you will see that you have essentially created something called the Potion of Moon Petal Glow, which is basically a bioluminescent sort of potion. It has a sort of, it's like a shimmering potion that has almost like a moonlight glow to it. And I will tell you now that when you drink the potion, it grants you dim light in a 10-foot radius around you. So you give off dim light for an hour. And whilst you are glowing, you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight in darkness. And that glow can also be covered up if you hide your skin. So if you do put on gloves or a hood, for example, you will be able to cover it up as well. And that faint glow lingers in your eyes for about 10 minutes after the potion fades away, which essentially would mark you as moon touched, as they refer to it. So yeah, that is what you get. It's a Potion of Moon Petal Glow, and I will add it to your sheet probably post-session today so that you have that.
I'll remind it. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Cool.
Thank you.
Anybody else doing anything before you head down for the night?
I think as Judge sees people start to go off and start to sleep, he's gonna be in his rest mode, but throughout the night in clockwork, he will get up and kind of make a rotation around the camp and just kind of make sure nothing crazy is going on. But yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so you're sort of doing the rounds slowly.
Yeah.
I would say that as you do, you maybe hear the occasional snoring coming from what you would know to be Seamus's tent. Whereas he's had quite a little bit of moonshine and got a little bit tipsy earlier today. You also hear the occasional sort of almost like a bubble pop near Quinn and Anifi where they're sleeping up top as well. So yeah, if no one else is doing anything, I will say that you all head to bed that evening. You all lay down. You all manage to get some sleep. You all manage to gain a nice rested state. However, Diego, before you went to bed, you called out to Talia, asking her, why me? Talk to me, tell me why. And it's as your head hits the pillow, it's as you fall to a deep slumber, that Diego, you find yourself in a dream. The place is familiar. You look around. It's a lovely street. You've got the river before you. You've got merchants' vessels, but no one else in them. You see a well-known seafood restaurant just to your left. This is very obvious to you as being Elderglow. You've been here before. You know the area. You know the scene. And as you look around, the mist of Elderglow begins to thicken. You feel at home, and then all of a sudden, the warmth of the area, something you knew, a place you spent at least some time performing in the different taverns here in Verdantara, within Elderglow, the little town nestled in the forest. As you look around, the fog begins to thicken. And it's eerie, but it's almost got a purple tinge to it. And as you look, you start to hear footsteps coming from the north of you. Although you can't move, although you can't speak, you see what you know to be Talia on the bridge. She walks through it, silent, ethereal. You try to call her name, you mouth the words, but nothing comes out. You see she turns to you, but her face is unreadable. In her arms, she holds a child. You think at first it might be Quinn? They begin to walk away into the silver haze, and as you see her stepping down the hill across the bridge, she turns to you, Diego, her face looking at you. "Too late," she says. The wind seems to whisper as she fades into the mist. You feel it. The moon dims above you, and you wake the next morning in the camp, fully rested. However, although some of you managed to get some sleep, Diego had this lovely dream. It wasn't the only one that night. It's been quite a day. Ashira, you put your head down. You learned a lot today. You heard a lot from your family. A name was spoken. And as you lay down, as you fall asleep, your eyes close and open. You find yourself somewhere all too eerie. The very area you're in, it's as though the wind is circling around you. Ashira, you stand at a stone altar. Before you, on this, what appears to be almost a cliff edge, is a beautiful young elven lady. She's kneeling before what can only be described as a large red portal of sorts. It appears to be bleeding hot air into the room around you. They appear to be looking the other way, and you see and hear a blade slice across her palm. You see the blood pouring, spilling across the sigils on the floor, and from the shadows, you then see her face appearing once again. You know this is Glacia. She steps forward. You see her mouth move as the elven lady falls to her knees. Her skin peeling, horns rising from her flesh as she contorts, and you can see Glacia with a smile on her face. Standing upon the altar with white hair, red skin, and a tail very similar to your own is this tiefling woman. She morphs into a tiefling before your eyes, and you feel a connection to her, a familiarity. It's then that Glacia turns to you. Her voice, like velvet and razors. They made this pact, but you deny the gift. Shall I take it back? The hot air swirls in the room. She fades into the red mist, and you're left standing at the altar. Beneath you, the sigil pulses and thrums as you feel your heart mimic that pulse. As you look around, you can't help but wonder, was this a vision or a dream? Did this just happen? You're not sure, and as you close your eyes to take in a breath, you wake back at the family camp. You all successfully have a long rest. Anybody with exhaustion? I don't believe there is. Congratulations. No one has exhaustion. We made it to another session without it. Very nice. But yes, you guys wake in the morning of the camp. Morning comes soft to the breaking through the trees around you. You see the sunlight coming through as dawn rises over the hills. You would all hear the Yakutus begin to stir, steam rising from their muzzles as Seamus is the first to step out and head on down. He'd probably see you, Judge, alert and awake as he makes his way down the hills. And makes his way over towards the Yakutus, where you can see he basically pulls out from his side a bunch of what looks to be almost like hay or straw and begins to feed it to the two of them. He sort of waves at you, uncertain if you're awake, as you're sort of sat there almost limp in an alert mode who's been marching through the camp during the night. You're not fully asleep. Am I correct in understanding that you spent the evening essentially on watch, marching around? Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, there'll be times where I'll sit, maybe, like, I'll move throughout the camp and sit and sentry, just keep an eye there for a little bit, and then get up, move to another spot, but yeah, he definitely was keeping an eye the whole night. He didn't want to wake anybody up and make them pull guard. Didn't have to.
Perfect. As you would see, he comes by and he sort of checks the tack as well, and Anithi, you can hear humming to a child who had a little bit of, you heard a little bit of crying, almost like they just stirred awake, and could then hear the humming coming from up top, where Anithi was with Quinn, who appears to be at ease rather quickly. Anithi obviously has quite a lot of experience with toddlers, both in Arya and Ashira, so there's a good chance Quinn is getting the same treatment they would have had. The rest of you, what are you doing? As you wake up, and I'd say each of you sort of can feel the warmth of the sun coming over, breaking through the treetop, and maybe warming up either your skin as you lay in the sunshine, or your tents beginning to get warm as well. What do you do? It's a beautiful morning.
Elirr will sit kind of outside his tent and just have the book that he was busy with last night just in his lap and just kind of stroking it lightly, but also closing his eyes and just listening to the wind.
Very nice. Yeah. As you do so, it would have initially been growling at you, but that seems to have eased off as you've been slowly stroking it. But yeah, you're listening to the wind. It's a beautiful morning. There's birds in the trees chirping away. Perfect. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Diego would actually be rooting through the Argent's food supplies.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be looking for a few bits that he can use or borrow or pay for, depending on the vibe. Actually, he's going to attempt to cook the entire camp breakfast this morning.
Okay.
Because he does have his own cook's utensils, and it's a hobby of his that, being on the road himself, he's experimented with a few things over his time. So he's just going to grab whatever he can get his hands on without a judgmental look from an Argent, and throw it in a pan and get cooking.
I would say that next to the camp, at the bottom there's barrels by the carriage which have been taken out. You would know that last night's stew included a lot of vegetables, more than meats per se. But there also appears to be on the side of that, like what looks like freshly wrapped, maybe venison or something as well. You're not sure. It's some sort of meat that looks like either beef or venison. You can't quite tell. But there's quite a lot of it in this crate. This is obviously,
He'll probably go for maybe a more traditional Stonehaven-esque breakfast, which, if they have like breads and that sort of thing, it'll be that sort of, and then it'll maybe some, I like to think Diego's a big fan of avocados, so if they're in there, he'll be cooking up some avocados on toast. That sort of meal is what he'll be making for everyone.
There's quite a few eggs as well, of different sizes, and there's some avocados in amongst the sort of vegetables and fruit and things.
And then
I
also like to think in his cook's utensils, he's got like a couple of small jars of like some spices, like paprika and that sort of thing.
Very nice.
So he, adds a little bit of that just to sort of spice it up a little bit, and yeah, he'll get cooking in the morning.
Whilst we go around the room to see what everyone else is doing, let's have a roll from you to see how successful you are at preparing this. It will be at advantage. I think it would be a performance or possibly... You know what? Let's go with performance. Performance check, please.
Okay, sure. Performance
At advantage.
feels like cheating, but I will certainly go for it. A 22.
22, yeah, as we'll come back to exactly what happens with that. But the rest of you can see and hear pots and pans going. Anybody who's out and about can see that Diego's making himself, he's cracking a couple eggs. There's lots of very tasty smells coming from the campfire. And this actually does, get the rise of some of the other Argent family members who also step out of their tents around the same time. The rest of you, what are you doing? Is anyone doing anything in particular?
Mirabelle would be a little bit hasty. She would pack up her things really quickly. Like, I don't want to be in this place anymore. Let's pack it up as soon as possible and get on the road.
Perfect.
I'll eat my sandwich in the cart.
Perfect. Yeah, you're very keen to get out of the forest and maybe back on the road towards the city. So yeah, you pack everything up and you successfully get it all sorted very quickly. The rest of you would see this. Anybody who's sort of a bit more laissez-faire or easygoing about it. What are you guys doing? Sylas, what are you doing this morning?
Obviously, after waking up, he will check his brews, whatever he got. Eventually cleaning it, backing it up, having his interest piqued by the fabulous smell that Diego is cooking up probably, and then just head over to the rest, wishing them good morning, and wait on everyone else in the camp to join.
Perfect. Can we come around to Ashira?
Yeah. Ashira would wake to the smell of the food cooking, and peek her head out, and then go, Diego, let me grab a sandwich for Flanagan. I'll run it out to him.
Of course, yes. No worries. It is your family's food. After all, I'm just making it taste good. They cooked for me last night. It's only fair that I cook for them this morning.
It doesn't matter if you grab the food as long as you share it with everyone. You know this.
There you go then. Perfect.
And she grabs the sandwich.
Oh, fuck!
Between...
And he's like sucking his finger because he just burned his finger.
Yeah.
How?
Unlike the pan over the fire.
Oh, I was like, I didn't do anything.
No, he's like cooking eggs and stuff. So he's like, he goes to reach in for something because you're like, give me a sandwich. So he goes to reach something. He's like, ah.
Okay, but when she gets the sandwich, when she has that sort of between camp to Flanagan, she'll just check her arm and make like, am I marked? And then run the sandwich over.
Yeah, you look on your arms. There doesn't appear to be any mark on them. What you're acutely aware to this morning is your heartbeat, as it's still in the same rhythm as it was in that dream the night before.
Is it faster or slower than like
it's normal pace? You're just more aware of it, as that's sort of the last thing you remember from the nightmare before or dream before.
Okay. Okay.
Let's come to Judge. What is Judge doing first thing in the morning? As you see everyone else sort of coming out of their tents, Diego's cooking up a breakfast.
I think Judge would be sitting there. He's probably watching Diego cook, and he's trying to like maybe pick up on like some techniques he's doing and stuff. Because Judge has never cooked before, so he's like, I think he's trying to learn a little bit and see what he can glean from it.
If I see you watching me, I will 100% start handing you stuff and get you involved.
Oh.
If you're just stood there watching, he'll be like, no, grab this pan, start it around a little. Like he'll be like giving you stuff and giving you some sort of like guidance on what to do to help me.
Judge will just help him then. He'll set his hammer down right next to where he's gonna be at and just start helping.
Perfect. Yep. So the two of you, you're basically acting as sous chef and chef today, cooking up a breakfast for everybody. Zell, as you've heard the hustle and bustle coming from the camp, what is it that you're doing this morning?
I think Zell will kind of turn over to his left and see like Mirabelle rushing. and just say, Mirabelle, Mirabelle, why are you rushing? We haven't even had breakfast yet.
Don't we have things to do? As I sort of shove some underwear in my my
Can I-
bag or something.
That insight isn't Zell's strong point, so rather than kind of make it, can I roll on this one? Just to kind of see if I
Insight,
can tell
yeah.
that something's amiss. No, I cannot. She's right. We do have shit to do. I suppose you're right. Do you want to help with anything? My stuff. Well, I don't really unpack anything, so.
I mean, if you want to help, by all means, but it's not like. I mean, I reckon it will still be done before everyone else. No, I mean, look at Diego and Judge still cooking up breakfast.
Well, apparently you want to get moving, so we may as well have all your stuff ready to go. No one else is packing their stuff yet, so may as well give you a hand.
Well, fair enough. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
So Zell will go over and help Mirabelle pack.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds good. So as you're sort of helping to pack, I'd say that initially you guys would see Anethi and Quinn coming down. Quinn, as soon as she sees the fireplace that you guys are cooking over, her eyes light up as you can see she's fixated on that. For the first time, Judge, she doesn't appear to be too focused on you as she's the other side of the fireplace from you at this stage while you're cooking on the fire. But yeah, as they sort of head towards the camp, it's at this moment as they say good morning to you, and you can see Quinn is there, you know, as they're sort of walking in. Sylas, it's at this very moment that you feel a warmth in your hand. And as you go to look at it, which I assume you do, as you look as you look down, you see what appears to be a druidic rune appearing faintly in the palm of your hand, almost hovering above it. And it's at this moment that you hear, in the voice of Lady Oriana Starweaver, you hear, "The circle remains hidden. Sylvana weeps for Solara. The stars are your path. Follow them." I will send that to you, so you have it in writing. But yes, this appears to be, as you would know, a response to the message that you sent from the Grove just a couple days ago. As the rune faintly disappears from your hand as you stop hearing this voice coming through. And as you put your arm down, you see that, you know, the others are sort of packing up their tents and things. Is there anything that you'd like to do at this stage? Or how would Sylas react to this?
Very confused because this is the first time you've ever met this. I've like met this scenario. So you're like looking at his hand, like, what's Lady Starweaver? She got my message. It worked. Stars, follow them home. Yeah, of course.
Perfect. Yeah, and you know, you sort of sit back down and you've got Diego and Judge cooking away in front of you. Diego sort of telling him off every now and then about, like, don't drop that, like, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, as you guys do so, I would say that you next hear Arya sort of stepping out. She yawns as she comes down. She maybe sees Ashira and says to you, and goes to give you a hug first thing in the morning, as she's almost surprised to see you this morning as well. How did you sleep?
Yeah, good. You know, it's been good to be home. It wasn't. I've been having some weird dreams, you know.
Weird dreams? Sometimes the forest can play tricks on you, eh?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure I'll speak to him later, but you know, Rima's told us about last year and stuff. She's been in my dreams.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to bore you with it. It's fine.
No, that sounds concerning. Where's Diego? Is that breakfast?
Oh, he's making breakfast. He is making something from Stonehaven, I believe.
He always was good at making breakfast. I'll go see. As she
Okay.
steps past and she sort of heads over to Quinn and Anifi, and you can see that rather than talking to Diego, she maybe waves to you all and says good morning, and then talks to Quinn, who's very happy to see her, but also has one eye on the fire that's still cooking. Yeah, and it's at this point that Seamus maybe walks over as well, and heads back to the campsite and sort of greets you all. He gives you a hug, Ashira, as he walks past, almost like putting an arm on you, hugging you. You feel a warm embrace. He doesn't say anything to you. He just says, good morning, and then steps past and walks back and says, good morning, everyone, and sort of steps in with everyone else. And of course, last but not least, you would all see Remus, who's on the hilltop again and sort of just appears down below once again as he taps his staff on the floor. Sort of meagerly makes his way over towards you guys. What does everyone do?
Elirr will get up from his little position there, and he's a bit disturbed by the hustle and bustle there around him, and will kind of look around and try to spot Zell and kind of try and walk over to him, and just say good morning.
Morning. Whoa, you look a little bit. You got your feathers a bit roughed up. Are you all right? Did you sleep okay?
Well, I slept alright, but I tried reading the book we talked about. And he kind of shows it and keeps stroking it.
Yeah, you would see he's just
there-
stroking the book, almost like it's a cat.
It's
Is that thing alive?
yeah. There are words, and it also kind of bit me last night. It was whispering.
We've got a
some-
pet.
I'm not sure what I got. It's something my master gave me. Ashira's granddad, Remus, he said that I should stroke it so don't bite me. I did. It didn't bite, but it whispered the name, and I thought maybe I repeat name, maybe something, and the book got very angry.
What's
and,
the? You know what? No, don't answer that when it's out.
yeah, the god of storms, and book doesn't like him, I guess. But we'll see. We'll try again tonight, probably. Maybe if you want to sit in with me, I would feel better. I was very hurt. Thanks to Judge,
I
I'm
can
better.
I can do that. What are we naming our pet?
Well, it shouldn't start with a T. Let's call her what's a good name for a cat?
A cat?
What's
What
it
about
like?
Fluffles? Fluffles the book cat.
Fluffle.
Fluffles.
Sure.
Wait, what? Why are we naming a book?
Because it's our pet now.
Who decides that? It's his book.
It's a group thing.
When?
Oh, we have to heal him. The book's going to try and kill him. We have to stop the book killing him. It's another thing that brings us closer together, and it's very important that we're close together.
Elirr, is it safe to bring that book? I know your master said you should do something with it, but you sure?
I think it's okay. I just
But you
need
said
to
it tried to
figure
kill
out
you.
It's fine as long as you don't say certain names. We'll talk about that one maybe on the ride later.
I just have to bring one thing up. If we are having pets, then the person who has it must get their own room in tavern. No pets in the room. I don't want to wake up with a book on my face.
Diego, you don't want this book be on your face.
Exactly. So you need to get your own room. I'm not having that. My friend once had a cat.
It's
What's the
secure.
problem?
Look, it's clasped tight.
As you guys,
Z-
yeah, go on.
Zal, at this point, we'll just say to Mirabelle, I'll be back in 2 seconds to continue helping. I just need to say something to Remus. And he'll go up to him. He'll just say, "You were right. There is something. There is a shadow that's walking alongside me, and I just wanted to say thank you because your words last night gave me a bit of a push to confront it. And now I know a bit more about it."
I'm glad that it helps you this morning. Yes, not all deals are chains, but most of them can be. It's always best to be careful where you try and put your allegiances, you know? As he looks to the rest of the group. I trust that a man like yourself will be okay. But if you have problems, there are those around you who can help you guide through these times. As he gestures to everybody.
The deal that it wanted me to take involved not telling them about the deal, and I think you're right. I think trusting in those who have supported me so far makes a lot more sense than whatever this shadow can offer.
You see he looks to his wrist where there's these sigils marked of what looks like infernal script. You wouldn't know exactly what they are, but he looks at them and then looks to you. Anything where you have to sacrifice too much better be worth the cost. In some cases, it can mean the world. Other times, you give off too much for too little. I hope
Thank
that
you.
helps you. As he steps forward, and he actually gestures towards, as I would say, Sylas, you hear just the commotion behind you and 1 or 2 steps coming towards you. As he looks to you, and he sort of gestures you over with 2 fingers to come close. As he pulls over like a little bit of log to sit on, and he pulls you over. Silas, sit a moment.
I sit down.
He leans on his staff as he does so and sort of lets himself sit down. As you can see, his joints appear a little bit almost rigid as he lowers himself down. His eyes are not on you, but are waning on what is a little bit of leftover, almost stars very faintly in the dawn sky above you. As he's looking up, he says to you, I can see it in you, Sylas. The pull of the constellations. The quiet of the hidden groves. You walk a path not all druids know.
What do you mean? Like, isn't this like just a, I don't know, druid life?
He nods ever so slightly as he continues looking up at the stars. His eyes are still distant from you as he's clearly lost somewhere looking above. The circle of whispers, Sylas. It is well hidden. Kept from the world, not out of shame, but necessity, you see. As he nods to you, his eyes for the first time meeting yours. Some things the world is not ready to see, as you know.
But why?
Well,
Why is that?
you, boy, the stars should guide you, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Not weigh you down. Do not mistake secrecy for solitude. You need not hide from those who trust, those who stand at your side. You need not hide from them. Balance is not kept in silence. It is kept in trust.
But what does it have to do with the Circle of Whispers? Like, I don't understand.
You see a slight smile on his face as he closes his eyes and looks down at the ground. Your circle is strong, older than kings. Its roots run deeper than the marble of Sylvanthal itself. And though it hides in the weave of night and starlight, know this: the stars are not chains. They are a map. Let them lead you where you must go.
That's almost the same as Lady Starweaver just said. And I look away from him, not looking at his eyes, like, but staring to the ground, as I'm like mumbling to myself. But I reckon he can hear that.
Mm-hmm. He puts his hand on your wrist as you say. What are you about to say?
No, I was just trying to describe it, but it's okay.
Okay, he puts his hand on your wrist as you mumble, looking away, and almost reassuringly, he then says to you, "Whatever storms are coming, Sylas, do not waste your strength hiding from your friends. A druid alone is but a voice in the wind. Together, you are a gale force. I understand your path, but I see you. And perhaps one day, you will be able to see yourself too."
Mr. Remus,
Yes, boy.
there might be a storm coming. One of the biggest they've ever seen. And I fear not one of them is prepared for it.
You won't know until they see it for themselves. You can see he's got one eye on Ashira as he says this. I pray the gods take care of all of you. Both yours as he looks back to you, theirs as he looks to the rest, and those who do not have any. May the gods be on your side, and may the stars guide you, Sylas.
I will keep them safe. I will let no one harm them. And you will hear this with a certainty in his voice. So, whenever they need me, whenever everyone needs me, they should count on me.
It's good to have a druid on your side, especially one with many secrets. Okay, as he goes to stand up, I need some food. As he goes over towards the campfire.
Thank you. I'll help him with my arm.
Ah, thank you. As he stands up, and all of you are now by the campfire. Diego's serving out this amazing, delicious meal to everybody. You all have basically, if Diego, you'd like to describe what you plate out to everybody.
Yeah, there's a bit of toast, some eggs, if bacon or otherwise, warm jerky, whatever will be given, some avocados, and then I just think maybe like a couple of little pieces of fruit or something on the side, which I just give out to everyone. Everyone gets a little bowl or plate. The only person that doesn't is Judge. And Judge actually gets all of the cooking oils left over poured into a tankard of sorts. Not a metal one, because it would burn my hands, but maybe like a wooden tankard of some sort, which I just pour all of the oils and the juices into that. And I go, sorry, buddy, I don't know if this is any good. And I give him the little jug. A jug for Judge.
Mm-hmm. Judge, you received this jug of mixture, basically. And yeah, do you drink it?
Does it look like it's good or
It looks much better than a lot of the stuff you've had recently. It actually looks warm, which
Okay.
is a change.
I've seen him drink cooking oil before because he
Yes.
drank it at the Manor
Estate.
House party.
Mhm.
So that it's basically that. It's
Mhm.
just, but then obviously it'll have the flavors of like egg and some other
Bacon.
things.
Mhm.
I will down it.
Perfect. Yeah, you down it. You don't really taste anything because you're a Warforged, but yeah, you down it. You would notice that Quinn is being fed basically as you gave these sort of cups of fruit over as well with this dish. She's being fed bits of like little bits of fruit and maybe the occasional tiny end piece of bacon. And you can see she's actually got quite sharp teeth, even though she's only a couple months old. She's got her teeth are fully formed and through, and she's got canines, which are very sharp, matching with that horn on the top of her head as she sort of gleams. But yeah, as you guys have your breakfast, does anyone do anything before you head to the camp, to the carriage to leave?
I'll take a plate to Flanagan.
I think Ashira is already doing that.
Shira's
Oh,
already done that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just I'll let them eat and I'll start packing up some stuff that's whatever people had laid out
Yep.
and kind of get ready for us to get on the road.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you help pack things up, and maybe you lift the occasional barrel to help Seamus pack up their stuff as well, as they're also getting on the road again. So I'd imagine that you're sort of helping to lift things onto the carriage, saving Remus from doing it, for example. Anybody else?
Elirr would like to have like a chat with Remus, just shortly, just maybe try to catch up a bit about his master and maybe talk about the book and the name he heard on the wind.
Yeah. Would you like to actually RP it out, or do you want to, for the sake of brevity, what would you ask? And I can give you the answer, as I know you're not feeling well today.
We can appear, but we can also do it shortly. It's
Yep.
fine.
What would you like to ask him?
Like he would like to know if he knows anything about Thalassor, or if he knows any particular about this book.
He would tell you that the book. He would tell you that Thalassor is one of the prime gods, the god of the storms, one of the first gods known and worshipped, and that lots of sailors and that kind of thing worship him to try and get storm-free days when they're out at sea. He would also tell you that during his travel, he's come across many a codex similar to that you have in your hand. A codex which Jinglethorn was known for putting to life to create a challenge for those who attempted to read it. In this case, though, it doesn't appear to be Jinglethorn's magic, but it does appear to be something similar. The book was brought to life almost as a way to protect the knowledge inside. That's what he would tell you. And he would then share a few niceties about his time with the Jinglethorn, maybe doing wind magic in Aethria, that kind of thing.
And he would like to ask him about if he has any ideas of something that would be considered ancient magic.
He would look at you sternly, basically asking you to watch your words carefully when it comes to ancient, and that a lot of the ancient magics are hidden for a reason. But he would say that when it comes to the codex, it may be worth investing what type of magic it is, and perhaps feeding it with that magic. As you can see that when you bring up, ancient magics, he sort of pauses for a moment, as if to see what your intention is. Doesn't read anything malicious, so he continues and lets you know. But he warns you of it, yeah.
He will let him know that Jinglethorn did advise about magic in the book. That's maybe, like he would put it in context, I guess.
Yeah, he would basically tell you to use what you know, maybe read up about this kind of thing in like a library, for example, and to study it, especially the magics that it contains. You would probably get from that maybe arcana checks might be the way to go with this, and to feed it magic is sort of the advice he's given you. Other than that, he sort of says, if Jinglethorn gave it to you, no matter what his reasons were, there's a reason that you have to struggle through it, and he doesn't want to help you cheat through that. But yeah, as you sort of ask these questions and get these responses, anybody else before you finally step up and pack away? Ashira, your family, as they're packing things onto the carriage, is there anything you would like to say before they head down south as you guys are about to go north?
Well, I guess this is it. Where are you heading? Terramora, you said?
Well, Ashira, Remus wants to go to. He wants to go to Aethria, but we have to go through the Terramora channel to get there, you know? So we're going to go to Terramora, but we're actually on our way to Aethria, to the spire.
Like the spire up at the top?
Yes, well, Remus will go up there. The rest of us, as you know, especially with Gwyn, will probably stay on the ground. There's a couple of refugee camps
Yeah.
here that we might stop by, and I'd like to feed them. You know, every hungry mouth could use a hand.
Right, okay. I was going to wonder how you were getting the cart up there. Well,
curious.
best of luck. Make
Ah.
sure that, the sending stone works both ways, so, you can also message me.
He got it working.
Remus has one.
Yes, I'm
Well.
sure he will.
I have one, you have one. You can always send me a message.
Come, Ashira, as he goes to give you a hug, and you just feel that warmth. And I'd say that as you're giving them this hug, he's not letting go. He's holding you until you let go, and then when you do, he lets go of you. He waits for you to let go first, so there's quite a long embrace between the two of you as he then continues moving. So I must get them going, as you would see that Grumble and Snort are now also sort of up on their feet, ready to go, maybe rearing as well. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any-
And as she turns to Remus,
Mhm.
another night, another dream. But she knows I don't want it.
You see that Remus listens to you, and he looks you up and down. You can see that his hands tighten slightly on his staff as you say another dream. Did you see her?
I saw her, and I think I saw Callista before she turned tiefling.
Glacia. As he says this, it's like the name. As he says this, it feels like you can taste blood in your mouth. Like his gaze hardens, and the lines deepen on his face. The blood remembers her. Even after all these
Mhm.
generations, it was her bargain that preserved our line. When the planes tore themselves apart, her chains are why you even walk this world, Ashira. So, He leans forward to you, lowering his voice so that only you and he can hear what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
Ashira, dreams are her way. Even after all these generations, it was her bargain that preserved our line. When the planes tore themselves apart, her chains are why you walk this world at all. And with reflections of the truth, she comes not with fire, but with fury, through whispers. The truth is twisted just enough to make you wonder if it's real, you know? But hear me, Ashira. A dream is not a command. It is an echo of the pact Callista forged. Glacia will test you, tempt you. You must not give in. Yes, but it also carries the spark of Callista's defiance. That is your inheritance, child. Not the chain, but the choice. The reason she's able to talk to us in the mortal plane, this devil, through dreams, Callista herself. She was once very powerful and used dream magic. When they sealed the pact, part of that boon received from Glacia meant that she could also use her magics, even today. But don't take her acceptance. Don't accept her choices. Your choice is your own.
Okay, well, I wasn't going to let her. I'm glad I spoke to you beforehand because I didn't know who she was. Look, I will be fine. You know this. I will not be swindled by some other woman. I'll figure it out. Look, I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. But one thing I want to know quickly, because we are heading back to Sylvanthal, and I picked up this knife. And I was wondering if you know someone, maybe in Sylvanthal, that could fashion this into my fans instead.
Ah, this is the dagger of light. Well, I don't know many blacksmiths in Sylvanthal city, Ash, but you could try ask her. Maybe you can go ask if you have an old fan you can use as a reference, or maybe as a holding device for this to house the blades. Maybe they could do something, but they would need a fan from you first.
Well, I have multiple fans they can use. I am just wondering who can I take it to.
Well, any blacksmith should be able to do it. If you have a fan that you're not
Okay.
using, they may be able to reshape it. But I know how you are with your fan. But yeah, no, they should be able to do something. But I don't know anyone in particular. But I don't think it takes much craftsmanship, you know.
Okay, well, that is all then.
No
Please make sure
worries.
you stay safe. And keep
They'll
in
be
touch.
okay. Of course, Elephant will come as he goes to hug you. And yeah.
Quick question. Was that was that conversation private, or could you overhear it?
Part of it was.
Up until she started to talk about how it was dream magic.
But we heard about the fact that there was a dream that Ashira had a dream, or some of us overheard.
You
that
would
Ashira
have
had a dream,
heard
yeah?
that Ashira had a dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah, as all of you gather your belongings and your rations from Diego and have some food, you all chomp down. The family are very happy. As the fire gets stomped at, Quinn's immediate focus goes back to you, Judge. As all of you begin to head down, you see. Yes, go on.
I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt anyone. As we're finishing our meals and collecting all the plates, getting ready to like clean up, I just grab Arya by the arm and I just say, "Just a moment."
Yes, there you go.
And I just take her to one side, just so that it's a little bit more private. Obviously, if anyone's very close to the vicinity, they might hear. But I just say to her, Arya, firstly, I would like to apologize. You invited me to your tent last night, and I very rudely declined.
Diego, it's...
No, I just wanted to say, it is not because I am uninterested.
She blushes
It is-
slightly.
And you know, we did enjoy the last tent share that we had, but I have a few personal matters to attend to, and I cannot find myself in another sheet until they are dealt with. I appreciate the gesture.
No, it's...
Look, a year can change a man a lot, eh? But I've just got some things going on. I just didn't want to leave
No.
here with you thinking that I disliked you or thought less of you. That is all.
No, I can't help but... I'll be honest, Diego, I thought maybe with Quinn that you weren't... Maybe you saw me different. So it's nice to know it's not just me.
Arya, you are as beautiful as you ever have. Trust me, it is not you. And as cheesy as it is, it is me. I have too much shit going on at the moment. Who knows? Maybe in the future, in another year's time, perhaps. Unless my future plans out differently, and yours too.
Perhaps. But Diego, actually, come. As she pulls you in closer to whisper in your ear. Diego, and she just plants a kiss on your cheek. Until next time, take care of yourself.
It was a pleasure to meet your little one and to see all of your family again.
And to see you as well. You're basically part of us. Well, take care. Best of luck, Diego.
And he just like squeezes her arm and then he walks off.
Perfect. Yeah. Cool.
Straight to Remus.
Okay, you go to Remus. Okay.
So I just super quickly just want to ask him one question. As I can see Remus is like about to leave, and I'm like, oh wait.
Diego.
Super quickly, you have hello. You have so much knowledge of so many different things, and I just needed to ask you before I left. I have been plagued with nightmares as of late. You are so knowledgeable about all things. I wanted to know if you know of the celestial beasts. Eh? You do? Yes? Please?
Well, yes. I know of
Good.
many
I just need to know.
nightmares.
Do you know which celestial beast is sort of attuned or attached to, you know which god is there's like I do not know quite colors, but it was like a bluey, purpley, pinky panther. I saw it a few times. I think it's stalking me.
You speak of Nara.
Nara? You know it?
Nara,
Oh, this is
yes.
great news.
Well, interesting, Diego. I don't think I should be telling you much more than that.
No, you have to tell me which god it is attached to, so I can maybe, try to converse with that god. Just a name, anything, please. Look, it plagued my nightmares for like the last 3 weeks. This is the best I have felt since, and I am worried that L'Oreal's protection will no longer be, helping me.
You spoke to L'Oreal. Okay, well.
Oh, we're great friends. He said that he would look after me for a few nights.
He sort of sits back. Right. Well, Diego, my only advice to you, Nara walks with the goddess of dreams. And if you're having nightmares, that could be her doing. Perhaps a worshipper has cursed you or wished you ill, or...
Yes, I think that might be the case then. Goddess of dreams, Nara. Okay, good.
You may be able to find out. I can't... Look, I don't think it's my place to share much more information. Not at this stage. Perhaps you should go to... You're heading to Sylvanthal.
Yes, you know the place?
You could visit the library and read up a little bit about the goddess of dreams.
Oh, no. It's great. You pointed me in the right direction. This is fabulous. And guess what? In a year's time, if you are still alive, we'll have that same bet on again, eh?
Let's double the wager.
Okay.
After all, I won the last one, huh?
He just like taps. I tap Remus on the shoulder, and I'll follow the group as I imagine they're all going in the distance. Yes, thank you.
As all of you head over to the carriage, you would see Flanagan, who very graciously accepts from you, Ashira, the sandwich or the toast that's been given to him on basically a little, almost like a takeaway plate. And as you guys get back there, you find yourselves on the road again, back in the carriage, and I think right there is where we should take a quick 5-minute break. So we will be right back. So we're back. You all made it your way into the carriage. You headed onto Sylvanthal as Flanagan leads you down the road. Can I please have, as you guys are currently about here, you're only about a day's travel away, maybe less so. It's early in the morning as you guys lead on. You'll probably arrive by mid-afternoon to the front gates. Can I ask, please, Mirabelle, can I have a perception check from you? And can I also have you roll a d20 for me, please? Just a flat d20. Perfect. Mirabelle, as you're coming along with an 18 as your flat roll, the road before you is clear. It's a beautiful day and the wind is behind you. So you guys actually begin to pick up pace as you see that the carriage is pulled along faster. The goats appear to be in a good state. And with your perception check of a 13, By the way, that was your random event with the D20, and 18 is just like, you've got good luck, you're going faster. Congrats. With a perception check of a 13, Mirabelle, you spot out the side of the window carriage on your side. There's a window that you could open, but you can see what appears to be an origami bird trying desperately to keep up with you. It's parallel to the cart.
I open the window and try to grab it.
Perfect. Yeah, you grab it, and it is a. You would know that this is a paper bird. It is the same as those that you sent in the previous couple days. What do? Do you read it?
Yeah.
Cool. As you open it, you see that this paper bird sort of flutters through the high window as you open it and let it in. And as you unfold it, it's written in what you would now know to be Lady Poravinia's handwriting. Having seen the previous letter that you received from her, I will attach the handout for you so that you can see exactly for yourself what it looks like. However, you would see that it says very clearly, Mirabelle, I received your note. The manor feels empty without you. Word spreads of attack at the grove. Word spreads of attacks at the groves. I pray you are safe. And in brackets, and the company you keep. It's signed just with the letter P. As, yeah, you received this letter through the window.
I just pocket it.
Perfect, yeah. So yeah, you just received this response from her basically telling you what you sort of told her. It's almost as though you sent the paper birds at the same time, or they hadn't quite reached each other, as you sent one advising her to be on alert and that the groves were attacked. So yeah, as you guys continue on, you arrive back at the gates of Sylvanthal.
I'd probably mention to the party, like,
Mhm.
word is spreading about the attacks on the grove.
You would all see this.
How do you know?
A little bird brought it to me.
I thought he was the druid.
Not all birds are
Wait.
flesh and blood.
Oh, wait a minute. We have another pet now. We have a bird and a book.
Now it's Mirabelle's turn to name it.
No. It's just, and I'll just show him the note, like, just a note.
Mhm.
Was flying
More
outside
paper
the
pet.
window.
Maybe
Wow.
it's come out of the book, which is a pet.
No, this was a note from Lady Silverwind. She prays for our safety.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Well, her prayer worked. We're back, and does the city gates look like they've been crashed in?
As you arrive up the hill, you would see the tall marble gates of Sylvanthal, with the drawbridge lowered. Before you are a couple of other carriages in the queue. As you would notice, you would notice as you come up to it, that it appears there's extra guards at the gates, both on the watchtower and on the door, or on the gate that's been dropped across the moat outside the city. As you guys come up to it, you're in the queue basically. You can see that before you, the guards are looking inside each of the carriages, looking at each of the individuals inside, maybe checking all of the materials that are there. And as you come up to the gates, you hear Flanagan talking to the guy outside. There's some mumbling going on before each of them, each door sort of opens up, and you can see two Sylvanthal city guards who sort of look around your cabin. They look you all up and down, and he sort of, does anyone say anything to them, or do you just stay quiet, wave maybe?
I have a question.
Yep.
Is one of them Clyde?
Can I have a perception check from you, please?
Sure. Perception. Oh, it's a 10 because it's still rolling at
With a 10,
advantage,
you're
but
not
it's a flat
sure.
roll.
You're
Okay.
not sure. They all look very similar in their outfits. And I'd say that goes for the group. You're not sure.
Sir, hey, it's Judge. I'm one of the temple guards of sorts. I watch the temple.
Oh, you at the
what's
cathedral?
What's happening here? Yeah, the cathedral. Yeah.
Very
Why
good.
is there extra guards here at the gate?
We have
What's
upped
happened?
the reinforcements along the gates, given the recent attacks on the local area. It was by order of the King's Guard that we are to double our reinforcements on the gates following the attacks at the groves in recent...
But no attacks within Sylvanthal. Everything's still good?
No one would dare attack the city. Why? Should I be concerned of any of you?
No.
It's awfully
Of course, why
strange.
would I, a cathedral worker... It's just because of the attacks on the groves. It has me worried. As someone who works for the cathedral, of all things.
I see. No trouble here. This one's good, as he sort of taps on the side of the carriage and begins to close the door. Very well. Be on your best, as he closes the doors on all of you. And you feel that Flanagan's sort of, all right, cheers, lads, as he continues on through. You guys then make your way into the city, past the city gates, as you guys arrive and pull up at the Crescent Spur, just here, where Flanagan has a stable still open for him. And he says to you all, well, we're back in Sylvanthal. That was your whole trip. If ever you need any assistance or journeying, I'm more than happy to take you guys where you need to go. And once again, thank you for everything you did, both with me and at the Grove. I mean, you guys have been through a lot, so if you ever need me, you know where to find me. I'll be right here. Darian will let you take me out and go wherever you need. So, yeah, I'll miss you a lot. But thank you again for breakfast, by the way, Ashira. But yeah.
Oh, it was Diego's cooking.
No problem. Anytime, friend.
Thanks, Diego. That's awfully nice of you. Pickle and turnip here, they'll miss you a lot, I'm sure. But take care, would you?
I'll walk up to Turnip and Pickle, cuddle them up, feed them a carrot.
You see that they have like a
goodbye
little
gift.
they have like a little tuft of hair at the end of their body. It's not really a tail, it's more like a little tiny tuft of hair, and it appears to sort of wiggle from side to side as you hold out these carrots for them. But yeah.
Is it midday? What part of the day is
It's
it?
actually, because you guys are traveling very well, it is literally midday. You arrived at 12 o'clock on the dot. So
Okay.
you were going to arrive slightly mid-afternoon, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's actually 12 o'clock in the morning due to one or two very good rolls earlier.
Do we know where I mean, we gotta go talk to... I'm assuming...
The
He's in the-
princess
Yes, that's you. Sorry.
and you know Amberleaf.
Yes.
And
Soren Ironfoot.
Soren Ironfoot's in the guild halls in the
I
north
feel
of the
like
city.
all three are probably pretty close by. To be fair,
Right.
especially with everything going on.
I will-
After that... Oh, go ahead, Mirabelle.
I will also want to pay a visit to Lady Silverwind. She claims she's alright, but just want to be sure.
I have some things to get at the Heartwood Inn as well, most likely. So I imagine we'll all have our own separate things to do once we've spoken to these three.
Right. Okay. Speaking of things we have to do, then, if we're gonna throw all that out there, I need to make a stop at the temple at some point today. Check in on Evangeline and tell Agathon what's going on out there.
Shouldn't we decide what's essential for the world and what do we have to do personally?
I agree. I do think that the temple information might be important since, well, we now come to light and have a prediction that these thuggins or Talon, whatever the hell they are, they're targeting people heavily tied to gods. I do believe the temple is a probably important place to get that information.
I agree. The Heartwood information is just what I've been waiting for from the Black Network relating to people who may be involved with the Red Hoods. But let's take a look at who we need to see. We need to see Soren Ironfoot, and he's in the guild hall. Does anyone know of the location of the princess that we need to speak with and Emberleaf?
DM, I've lived here my life. Do I know where they would be, right?
You would know that the royal family reside within the Emerald Court, which is the palace grounds. You
Yeah,
would know that that's
I'll-
where they live. However, the priestess, you would now know one of the priestesses was at the cathedral. At least she was in training there. She might be at the
Yeah.
palace now. We don't know. What I would say to all of you is that you notice that the streets There's people on them, but there's a lot of guards almost on every corner. You see a lot of the city guards, and it looks as though they're, alert.
Is there a mix of coalition guards as well, or is it just city guards?
It's just the Sylvanthal city guards.
All right, how about we try the Emerald Court? That's where I believe she might be at. Dude, all the attacks, she might want to be held up there for safekeeping. But if she's not there, I actually do know she's been training at the cathedral, so that could be a secondary option if she's not at the Emerald Court.
So should we go to the person where we know where they are first, which is Soren Ironfoot in the guild halls? He could also point us in the direction to everyone else, but that's our mission, right? We have to pass the word back to Soren Ironfoot.
This is true. Do you know where the guild hall is too?
Yeah, north of the city.
Well, we were there.
It's
yeah.
the guild hall district's in the very north of the city.
The Guild District, yeah.
Well, let's go.
I have
Oh,
one
okay.
question before we
Right.
go anywhere, just so that I know, so that if I need to peel off later or anything I can. Do you know where the library is in this city?
I would also know that, wouldn't I, dear?
Mirabelle would know better than anybody
Oh, yeah.
where the library / archives are in the city.
You know, I used to work there. If you go there, I will not come with you. I'm really sorry. I do not want to meet my old boss again, but I'll be more than happy to give you
Alright.
directions.
I would love
Perfect.
to accompany you if you like.
Great, yes.
You guys would be told by Mirabelle, or shown in the map that I mentioned was in the back of the carriage. You would be shown that it is basically right on the edge of Willow Creek on Merchants Row. It's that yellow building here on the map, the Moonspire Archives. Yeah, that's where you would have gone, just next door to where Mirabelle used to have a home.
I thought it was the same building, but it's
no,
actually
it's just
they
the one
live
next to it.
next door.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
That's fine.
So
All
yeah,
right,
you would know that.
Zal just very quickly nudges Ashira, subtly gestures to all the guards and says, "They knew you were coming back."
Well, I don't think they are ready. They need some more staff.
Zal giggles.
All right, well, let's get to the guild hall. We're wasting daylight. Let's go.
Cool.
Let's
Do you
go.
guys rent a
Before-
carriage or do you walk?
Flanagan!
No, I'm walking. It's not that far. We're really not that
It's
far.
really far. It's the opposite side of the fucking city.
Yeah,
It is
we'll-
quite far.
Eh,
We'll
Flanagan,
get away.
I really hope that your next task is not that adventurous and, is a lot safer than the one we just went on. Can we hire you to take us to the guild district, please?
Well, yeah, of course.
Everyone back in.
All right. Darian, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay, I guess we're.
How much am I giving him? Like 5 silver, is it in the city? Or
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
something
it's like
that?
5 silver, and he.
Yeah, I
served-
give 5 silver.
All
Jesus.
right. Sure. Okay then. All right. As you all hop in and you all go onto the city, do you have the windows open or closed as you go through?
I'm gonna keep them open.
Probably
Judge is gonna
depends
be
on the
just
smell.
yeah. I'm gonna be
Perfect.
looking and seeing like, I don't know, like guard wise, is how many like they're actually flooding the streets with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I would say that Judge, you can I have a perception check from you, Judge, as that's what you're looking for specifically.
While we're traveling, I'm going to be playing music in the back of the wagon for everyone's sake so that I can give the heroic inspiration. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine, you can do that. With a 17, Judge, you notice that not every corner, not every street, but definitely the bridges as you go across and sort of the main entrances to buildings, notable buildings, have a guard or two posted outside them.
With that, could I maybe glean if there's like worry? Like, are they like nervous about something? Is there something like they're
They
worried
appear
about?
to be on high alert. However,
Okay.
I will ask everybody, please, who's in the back of the carriage, which is all of you, to roll for me a perception check, please, of what you hear on the streets as you're heading up.
Want me to roll again or
Yep.
keep the 17?
Different roll.
Oh.
I got a 4, so Zal hears jack shit.
So
Zal hears the music.
it's a 10 for Diego, is that right? Yes.
What? Me?
20 for Diego.
20.
Perfect. Okay, so we have a 17 from... No, Judge, you rolled again, didn't you? Perfect. Okay, so we have a 4 from Zell, who is otherwise distracted, probably eating something in the back. You have Sylas with a 12. You have Diego with a 20. A 10 from Ashira. A 22 from Mirabelle. A 6 from Judge. And a 23 from Elirr. I will tell you now, those of you who rolled above a 20, you can hear the commotion occasionally from outside. You can hear murmurings of what sounds like... You hear a lot of the grove was attacked, and you hear a lot of, do we know who did it? There's rumors of a monster appearing, that kind of thing, coming from just voices, the occasional splutter of word across the city right now. The other thing that you would hear Mirabelle and Elirr is mention of they sent the coalition. They sent the faction guilds to investigate. The wardens are at the groves. Whatever's happening, they've been sent to go get. You pick up pieces of conversation. You get the vibe that a lot of the major factions have either been sent out or have gone out to investigate and support the groves. But yeah, you notice as well, obviously, that there are a lot of guards on the streets, almost on high alert as you're going. As you guys arrive at the Guildhall district, I will bring you there now. As you arrive at the Guildhall district, you notice that there is a guard posted outside the main Guildhall. What do you guys do?
I just approach. I just walk
But-
up.
Yeah.
Firstly, at the end of our trip, I give a heroic inspiration to Judge, and I will also give the second one to Ashira.
Perfect. So yeah, you guys now have a free roll, re-roll of any D20 roll today.
And
so.
I get one too.
And Diego also gets one as well. Yes, correct. But yeah, as you guys are dropped off here, I'd like to think that maybe that carriage you see on the map is where Clover, the Clover coach, is based, with Flanagan sort of parked up outside the front. Would you like me to wait here for you, or you're planning to go anywhere after this, or?
Why not? Well, we might as well make a day of it, eh?
No
Here,
worries.
have a gold.
Take your time. No, don't be silly. To Diego, you're too kind. As he rejects it and throws it back to you. But yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I start walking up. Straight up.
Hello, sir.
Yes?
What's your business here?
I worked for the cathedral. Me and my party here, we need to speak to... I'm going to say the name wrong, so I want to look at it again so I don't spell it wrong.
Who is it you need to speak to, sir?
Thorin Iron.
Good.
Thorin Ironfoot. Iron Root. Yeah, one of those.
It's one of the two.
It's an iron name.
Yes.
Which faction is he with? Sorry.
He's with the Wardens.
The Wardens of Harmony?
Yes. That one, yeah.
Right. Well, the Coalition and many of the other factions are based in the rooms behind me. However, the Wardens are stationed at the building behind you.
Ah, thank you.
I
Thank you,
believe
good
only
sir.
2 or 3 are remaining.
Well, let's hope one of them's the one we need. You have a good day.
And you, as he goes back to his sort of alert. Yes.
Also, God, just wanted to ask a real quick question. I'm a courier, you see, hence why we are trying to reach Soren. I have a letter for a Javier Costello. He wouldn't happen to be in the guild hall at the moment, would he?
Costello? Well, no. Sorry, you said you were a courier? No, there are no members of the Coalition or any of the factions behind me. I'm merely watching their premises. None of them are currently stationed within the city.
They have all left. Okay.
It
Never
was by
mind.
order of the Coalition that they go to the
Yes,
groves.
like I said, I am a courier. I wouldn't know that sort of thing. I've just come with letters, but it is fine. What I will do is I will come back maybe in a couple of days. I'm staying in the city.
Right, okay, of course. Yes.
Thank you. Good sir, good sir.
Be on your way. Have a good day. As do you guys head inside to the guild?
Yeah.
hall?
Barging right on in.
Cool.
As we head
yeah.
in,
Mhm.
and Diego walks past Ashira, the guard turns away. She just nudges him and sort of whispers into his ear. Since when do you lie so good, huh?
Hey, it's a white lie. I didn't hurt anyone, you know.
You're catching on. I like it.
Well, I have the real reason, can't I?
See? Starting to understand. Come on, let's go.
As you guys step in, for the sake of the moment, we are going to do this with Theater of the Mind. But as you guys step inside, you see before you is as you guys step towards this hall, which is, you'd notice it's mainly made out of marble with the occasional golden filigree etchings almost around the outside of the archway. And you'd have a big dark oak iron door. Dark oak door with sort of an iron bar across it with like iron handles. But as you go to open it, the guild district that you're standing in sort of hums with a silence. It's never really felt this. It's almost like it feels like the energy of the place is missing. And as your steps lead into what is this quieter corner, this sort of building opposite the main guild halls of the area, it stands there, and as you open the door, you're met with this hall of oak and stone. The doors inside on either side run the whole way along, and they're each engraved with runes of what you would imagine to be warding. This is the seat of the Wardens of Harmony. Inside, you see before you is one solitary dwarf, seated in silence at the end of the hall. His shoulders are broad, his hands are scarred, and his hair is the color of ash. He's sort of seated at a table and appears to not have noticed you entering, as he's writing away on what looks like a scroll using a quill. What do you guys do?
Excuse me, Mr. Ironfoot?
You see that he lifts his sort of glasses up. Iron Root, that is me, Soren Iron Root here. His eyes sort of harden when he looks up, and then he sort of focuses on you. Can I help you?
We come with a message from the Grove of Luna. Our friend here, gesturing at Sylas, is a messenger.
I touch Stell's arm. I got this. Mr. Ironroot. I
Druid.
come from the roots, from the Grove of Luna. And I am truly sorry to give this message to you. And I take out the emerald butterfly.
Yeah, as you guys step forward towards him, Sylas, and you pull out this, as you mention the Grove of Luna, he looks to you and his eyes soften as he hears the Grove of Luna. Miriala.
This what? Yes, he gave this to me
As you
in order to give it to you, and I hand it over.
As you hold it out, he looks to you. And before taking it, I would say that the sort of warded hallway that you're standing in feels colder than when you first entered. Once these words leave your lips, Soren Ironroot stands silent, his thick hands clutching the fossil you've given him. Amber, warm and golden, with a butterfly caught in its heart. For a long moment, he doesn't move. His shoulders rise and fall, rough as stone against the wind, and then with a sound, almost like cracking granite, his breath stutters. His knees bend, lowering him to the chair behind him. The amber begins to tremble in his hands. His voice, when it comes, is not the voice of a warden, but of a man laid bare. She always laughed at me, you know? Said I brooded too much. Said silence was a curse, and I carved for myself. She was the only one who could break it. His eyes brim red, and you see tears begin to streak down the lines of an elderly dwarf's face. And it's almost like cracked stone that hasn't seen water for many days. As the stern, stoic dwarf who you met when you first walked in through the door breaks. We swore our duty came first. Always. But I always thought there'd be time. Time enough for duty to give way to something else. His fist slowly closes around the amber and goes tight enough to whiten his knuckles as he begins to shake slightly. And then he looks up at all of you. Raw and unguarded, he says, "Tell me, please. Was she afraid?"
No. She stood there firmly, defending the Grove of Luna with her last breath. And she asked me to say these words to you. Until we meet again. Until Milius speaks the word once more. I touch his shoulder.
He bows his head. When he finally rises, he looks older. Something steadier burns behind the grief that strikes his face. Then her strength is mine to carry. And yours. As he pulls a drawer out from his desk, reaches in, flicks open a case. These will guide you, as we once guided each other. May they show you truth when lies close in, and light when shadows thicken. As he pushes this across the table to you, and you see before you is an open, sort of finely carved wooden case with sort of a velvet cushioning on the inside. Upon it are 8 small, almost stones. As you look forward, Soren's fingers close around the amber. His jaw tightens and then cracks, and he staggers back half a step, breath still trembling in his chest. For the first time in decades, this unbreakable warden is broken. A sound escapes him. It's half a sob and half a growl, and you can see that his calloused thumbs rub over this fossil as if it were her hand. Damn it, Miriala. Damn it. You lot, thank you. You carried her words. You carried her heart. That's a debt I could never repay. He takes it in his hands one more time. And for the first time, his face cracks. His voice is rough and trembling. And you hear as he tries to hide it from you. She was the only one who matched my silence. And the only one who ever broke it. As he just breaks down before you. It takes him a few minutes, or a couple seconds at the very least, as he's trying to compose himself, wiping tears from his face. Sorry. I always thought she'd outlive me, you know. She was the elf after all. Look. You're wardens. whether you bear the title or not. As the grove was attacked, you came to her defense. You're just as deserving as any one of us. Please. As he gestures to the stones. And I would say that each of you, do you all reach out to grab one of these stones?
What is it? I don't want to sound ungrateful, but we've been given quite a few stones on our journey. Can I just... What is it first?
This is the mark of the Wardens. It is proof
A
that
mark?
we are in your debt. It is proof
Oh.
that you've earned our allegiance. You're
That
just
might
as
come in
worthy.
useful, no?
Yes,
But-
okay.
It doesn't sign us up to being wardens,
No.
right?
If anything,
No, but
this
Is
is
it like a currency?
in a way. This could be used to request our support. You could
And
use these coins to call upon us.
Can I just ask, what exactly do the wardens... What are they capable of aiding us with? I know that obviously you are a guild and you do things in and around the city and the continent to help people, but like, what is it you do? Are you like hired mercs, or are you like a prestigious guild of warriors? I'm a little rusty on exactly what the wardens are.
The Wardens, we are dedicated to maintaining the delicate balance between the natural and the arcane forces in Celestria.
Okay.
We're composed mainly of druids, rangers, and wizards. The faction believes that true peace can only be achieved through balance and harmony between nature and magic. Our mission is to ensure that neither force overwhelms the other, preserving the world's equilibrium. We are vigilant guardians of areas where magic may threaten to destabilize natural environments, and vice versa.
Okay.
Much of our forces, as you see around you, I'm the only one here. The others are attending to the groves. I wished I could go. I couldn't
May I
face to
ask-
see Miriala.
Okay. No, that makes sense. That was going to be my question as to why you didn't go. But that makes sense. Look, I am sorry for your loss, as Sylas said here. She did all she could to protect the grove, and I think because of her actions, the grove will continue to flourish.
I will rest
We were lucky.
with that
Good.
in mind. But I can't help but feel broken. She was the most magical woman I'd ever known.
I am also sorry for your loss. But I'm wondering, there are few leaders left in the city who could maybe guide us next on our steps. We have a couple of people we could talk to, but we were sent to talk to you, and therefore I'm wondering if you have any idea of where would be best for us to focus our efforts next.
What is it you seek?
As much as I, think that Thorin here is a good man and just cause, I don't know if we should be telling people in the city everything,
What do you
No,
mean
I'm
by
just-
everything.
I cannot recall we were sent to...
Wait,
Why are there bells ringing?
the city.
Marriage. Oh. Don't tell me it's under attack. We have just got here.
That answers my question,
Oh
though.
no.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You guys sent all your wardens out to the
I ran
grove
outside.
and left the city with just guards.
As you guys run outside,
Yeah, same with...
Do we all grab a stone? Or can we?
did.
I would say that for sake of brevity, you guys pick up the stone, and I will tell you
Yeah.
what that is in just a moment. But essentially, it's a favor that It's sort of like a currency. You can prove you've aided them in the past. Cool. As you guys step outside, you hear the warning city bells echoing through. The guards guard across from you looks up in the air, looks to the center, and begins to rush down. Does anyone say anything as he goes past?
What does it look
What's
like?
happening?
Can we look?
It looks like a normal day. You hear the bells coming from maybe the Heartwood district or the Noble district.
No smoke, no,
You see no
things
smoke.
flying overhead,
You see nothing.
no
Hey,
screams in the distance, no
guard!
noises.
No.
Guard, hey, where you running? What's going on?
It is the palace. The bells of the palace have been rung. I must go. As he continues to run down.
Okay, well, we need to go because we also have business there. That was where we were going to go next.
That's where we need to go.
I start running. Just go follow.
What's it quicker?
follow the guard.
Flanagan or
Go run. Yeah, go
Have,
run.
have
with the
those
Flanagan.
of us
Yeah.
have those of us who have lived here before have any idea of what palace bells mean, or have we not heard this before?
You've never heard of the palace bells before. It
Cool.
doesn't mean
Hop
anything
in the cart
to
with
you.
Finnegan.
Do you all hop
To
into
the
cart?
palace.
Flanagan, full speed ahead. Go. I'll pay you extra. Go.
Follow that guard.
So like
As-
three of us like reach out and pull Judge into the cart as we go past.
We need to check on that. He might fall.
Lucky trip.
Maybe he's just clanking along. Yeah.
All these dents in his armor. Ooh, jeez.
As you guys hop into the carriage and make your way, I will tell you now, you're currently based in the Guild District up here. And you're hearing the palace bells chime. There was only a few times, but something's eerie. You see on every corner, even though you're in the carriage, you see on every corner guards are making their way towards the center of the city. And as you make your way down, I'd say that you probably took the main sort of road down because it's fastest on the carriage. You hear the occasional scream from the guard of the vault's been breached, or that kind of thing as you're making your way down. Do you go straight to the Emerald Court? Is that where you're headed?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Once we're like right outside of it,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna chuck Diego a quick bardic inspiration. I won't go into how I do it, but just saying, give him my
I
bardic
finger
aura.
guns him and give him it back.
Cool. You guys exchange bardic inspirations, and as you arrive here, I would say that outside the front gates are a lot of guards being given orders. What you can see is at the front of the gate is Captain Emberleaf.
Well, should we go to the captain?
I hop out,
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
go straight to the
Yeah,
captain.
straight up.
As,
Get it.
as you guys hop on out of the carriage, you walk over, and do any of you say anything? As he's got about, I'd say there's about 10 guards worth of depth between you and him, as he's panicking and pointing to people and talking to people at the same time.
I just hold up the rock that we just got, and I'll say, "Hey, let us through. We got to speak to Captain Emberleaf."
As can I have a persuasion check for me, please?
Could I give him advantage? Because I'll flash Emberleaf's own rapier, as you know, that's what he has given it to me.
It's just a guard's rapier.
Oh, I thought I got it from
You
him.
do, however, have the brooch.
17. 17.
With a 17, yeah, a couple of the guards part ways, but it's still, you're not quite the whole way through. As the ones at the front
I'm
are
gonna start
listening.
just hulking my way through them. I'm a big guy. They're gonna
Um,
move or they're gonna get mad. So I'm just gonna start.
Can I just take wing and rise up above the crowd and just call out to the captain like,
Yeah,
Captain
you
Emberleaf,
can definitely
crowd.
fly up if that's what you want to do.
yeah, just above the crowd, like not forward or whatever, but
Okay,
just
let's
higher up so you can see.
let's have a performance check for me, please, to see whether he sees you as you fly on up.
That's my greatest. Oh,
With a 16, he notices you. He's pointing around and he spots you, and he sort of, let them through. Let them through. Everybody, move aside. As the guards part like the Red Sea, and you guys have an opening straight to the palace door. What do you guys do?
Waltz right up to him. Of course.
Judge, everybody, welcome. Look, I think it's best you join me inside. These are with me. These fellow people are with me. You two guard the gate as Captain Calum will be outside shortly. Please come. We must discuss. As this hustle and bustle of people outside, loads of people are coming towards the town center as well, asking the guards from the exterior what's happening. It looks like a real commotion. You guys follow him in, and for the first time, you guys step into the Emerald Court, which is basically the palace grounds. Here before you are natural features. That end of the river sort of seems to come alive here on the ground before you. Around you, almost every post in this place has a guard on watch. Up ahead, you see two gentlemen having a conversation, quite heated, sort of on the bridge up ahead of you. I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome back from the Grove. I thank you for your time. Look, the city, you come across... Look, maybe it's best we talk with the king.
Maybe just speak plainly, and then we can assist you if you just be open with us. What is
What can we
happening?
do?
Why are the bells ringing? What can we do to help you?
The vault has been breached.
Okay.
The royal stone is gone.
Royal stone. Okay, what is that? What does it look like? What purpose is it? Why is it important that it has been
Her
stolen?
necklace, the stone that Soliana wore,
Right.
has been
Okay.
taken
That
from
one.
the vault.
Okay. Understood. When?
Moments ago. I wasn't
Okay.
here. I wasn't
All
on
right.
the ground. The
You
latest
wanna
I
pick us
have,
theirs?
the latest I have is that the cloaked figures, the red hoods, they slipped in like shadows. We have a witness. One of them swears that a half-elf man with white hair was ushered out by the cultist after stealing this stone.
Okay, we don't know any white-haired elves.
There
so
are
that's
many
fine.
within the city. That is the problem at this moment. We are full alert on all of the gates. However, they seem to have teleported beyond the grounds. Please join me as he ushers you all to follow him. And if any of you try to talk to him, he's duty purpose right now. He's leading you guys through. He's not paying attention if you're following him. But yeah, the guards sort of step to the side and let him through as he steps up to over here. You would hear, those of you who have followed him, you would hear he then says, Captain Ironleaf, Prince, I can only apologize for what has happened. Behind me, these people, they are those who visited the Grove of Luna before it fell. Princess Soliana, your sister, has spoken with them and met them. They knew of the stone. Perhaps they could gain an audience with your father. As he looks at you, the brown-haired young elf looks to all of you. Right, well, I suppose. Yes, okay. Please come with me, as he ushers you to do so. And Captain Emberleaf moves to the side, and you would see that he kneels to let you guys through. But he's kneeling to the prince. Before you can stand behind him, the other captain stands forward. Sorry, listen. Can we trust these individuals? Calum, I would trust them with my life. Please. As he steps back, come with me as he leads you forward. He ushers you to follow him towards the center chamber, keeping a bit of distance from you guys as well, as he's not too sure. And I would say you can all probably tell he looks a bit shaken. As he reaches the top here, just outside this marvel of a marble palace, it's got a courtyard to the left. It has a gazebo with statues and flowing fountains. On the right-hand side, you can see it looks like a stables with pristine white horses and other creatures all along it. You can see these sort of beauty of what looks like, instead of just gold filigree, it's actual gold bars and pillars up the sides. It's a beautiful marvel of art. Please, everybody, do you have a name? Can I address you as a group? No?
Not
No.
really, no.
Just
We
Emberleaf's
don't really have a group name.
And just call us Friends of Emberleaf.
Friends of Emberleaf. Okay. Please wait here while I request my father's audience. As you can see, he gulps slightly and steps in. He disappears behind the door.
No, I've got some great singers for names if we need them. Just let me know, and I will let rip.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
what
sincerely
kinda-
hope we're not kept to Friends of Emberleaf as a name.
What
It's
kind
just
of
our-
name?
his
What
friend.
kind of name do you have? What
Well,
kind
softly, I've got the wrongfully imprisoned, the captives of cultists,
hey,
the
guys-
furniture removers, the breakers of glory and exchange.
guys, not now.
The
not
wrongfully
now.
imprisoned's kind of cool, though. I will give you that one. Yeah,
Guardians
that's
of the
cool.
Grove.
Guys, can we
Nah, I
cut
don't
it?
got that one.
As
Okay,
you,
okay.
you guys would see that the elven guards on either side are sort of looking you up and down like, what the hell? But some time is passing. Like, it's taking some time.
We had all this time. We could have had a name picked out, everything. And
Hey, God, which one did you like?
He didn't like any of them, so we got to
don't,
workshop.
you're not a talker.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no.
well,
His lip quivered. It looked like he was about to say something.
I think they're all pretty cool, to be honest.
It's fine. I fist bump it.
You go to fist bump him, and immediately he kneels as before you stands the High King of Sylvanthal City, the High King
kneels.
of Verdantara. Everyone around you, you hear the collective thud of metal hitting the ground as every soldier in the vicinity, as he steps out the front of his palace, is kneeling, head bound, facing the floor. I would tell you now, you don't need a perception check. The aura from this gentleman is immense. He is radiant. As he steps out, he looks to you all. Please, rise. Don't kneel to me. I am King Theodore Sylvanthal, High King of Verdantara. His hair is silvered. His crown is woven from what appeared to be, Sylas, you particularly picked this up. It's as though the very crown he wears is living. His robes are draped in green and white, and his gaze is steady, with his voice low but resonant. You come to my palace on Emberleaf's word. Then hear mine. The stone is gone. One of the relics used to seal the convergence itself. One of the balance's pillars. His jaw tightens. If word of this spreads, panic will take the city. Our people cannot know. But you must act. For if this stone falls into the wrong hands, the balance itself can break. What do you do?
Diego like sheepishly raises a hand, sort of like looking at him.
Yes.
Wow. This stone you say can't be in the wrong hands. Could you just tell us why? What does it do? What is it capable of doing? I understand that it was a pretty important stone, but made of stars or something, from my understanding.
You don't know of the stone?
I'm very ill-educated in such things. No.
Surely you know of the stones, Miss Argent?
Yes, and I am surprised that it was so easily to find? Assuming that Princess Soliana informed you that people were after it, why would you leave it in the place most expected?
We hid it within our internal vaults.
The place you would look, no?
You raise a good point. It was thought these were to be impenetrable. After all, it was your grandfather who helped seal such a vault. Interesting that we find
Perhaps-
another one of you here on my palace grounds.
Perhaps it is also interesting the information has not reached you. That there is a lich about.
I'm aware of the Lich. Many of
Who can
my
teleport?
King's Guard were sent to the Grove. Perhaps it was all
So
a
it
ruse.
seems you had all the knowledge. And I am confused why you are surprised that they were able to teleport in if they were able to teleport into the heart of the grove.
You feel a hand placed on your back, Ashira, as Emberleaf puts his hand on your back. High King Theodore looks to you. It appears I was deceived. I hate to admit when I'm wrong, but I can do it. We placed the stone in the vault to protect it. The only thing capable of opening this vault was its sister stone, held by your grandfather.
That explains it then.
At least we know the thief.
Well, there was a mention of a half-elven man with white hair.
Yes. You know him?
Unfortunately, yes.
Do
Not
you know where to
related-
find him?
I wish I did. If I'd known, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Where did you last see him?
You think I would lay eyes on him and he'd still be living? No.
We
It's
do
kind of
have a
intense.
we do have a potential lead.
You
As
know
do
who he
we.
is, right?
Ashira, you asked when I asked for information on him, correct? Where he might be. Who
Yes, and it was just mentioned as I sort of look up at Emberleaf. The question was for anyone to answer. He was slipped out by the Red Hood cultist? You just said.
The Red Hoods did let him through. Some of their magics must have sealed their secrets. How they made it to the vault, we still don't quite understand. But only the stone could open it. Look, Ashira. It was me and my guards who they duped. High King Theodore, I apologize for my indiscretions. Enough! Emberleaf. Look.
If I may just step in for a second, I know
it talks.
there's been a lot of tension. Of course, I do. If I may, just budge in here for a second, give some information. We
Please.
did have ideas of where some of those Red Hoods could be going. But also, I think a better question is, where would you know of the other stones? I don't think a thief would just stay in a city after, just pulling off a heist like this. They have to be
No.
another target somewhere.
Well, you raise a very good question, Mr.
And if I'm... Judge is the name. And if I may
Judge.
just add another bit of information. If there's another stone in the Forge Heart Citadel, there was rumors of them going there as well. If you may know
Yes.
anything.
Well, we know of the Forge Heart Citadel situation.
What's the situation?
First, your question. The other stones you mentioned. There are said to be 6 Starlight Stones. Among other soul stones and the Heart Stone of the Dragons. They were held by the Keepers. The Keepers of Balance. Surely you've heard of them.
We do know of them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Met one.
Well, my bloodline was one of the first. Leora Sylvanthal, the princess of Sylvanthal City, and eventual queen of Verdant Hara. She was a skilled mage in her day. She held one of the stones and protected it. It has been passed down through my family through generations, albeit less than some others, as he looks to you, Ashira. We elves live long, you see. Soliana had been informed of the risk of the stones being stolen. So thank you, Ashira, for your advice. We did what we could to protect the stones, and when the groves fell, I thought it best to send my men with the coalition when they came knocking. I can't help but wonder what hands are at play. Captain Emberleaf steps up next to you all.
Can I just say one thing? Zell kind of covers his mouth and says, standing next to Ashira now, Ashira, didn't you speak to the Black Network about Erendor's location? They might know. They might have reported back at Parthom Inn with where they've been meeting, where they've been based. We might have a lead.
We might. But if I tell him about it, I ain't ratting out the Black Network to this guy.
I'm with you. I'm just saying it's an idea.
Did you have a name for me of this thief? I want to know if you
The
have
thief?
the same. A Mr. Ravengard? No?
You would be correct. I take responsibility, but his actions, as it is due to my
I
own
wouldn't
negligence.
do that, because that would be the death penalty, my dear. However, I will tell you now, no matter which of my mages, archmages, or otherwise we attempt to perform a scrying with, we cannot locate this Erendor. He hides, or he's guarded. Some form of shadow protects him, and we cannot see him. The red-hooded cultists don't have a name other than their stupid, pathetic faction, Talon. Ugh. If it wasn't for the Iron Sworn, I'd have rooted them out of Forge Heart Citadel many years ago.
Rooted them out.
Yes, well,
Were they based there?
we've known of their dealings in the Forge Heart Citadel. You see, I am the High King of Verdant Hara. Forge Heart Citadel is one of my kingdoms. However, it is ruled by the Iron Sworn dwarves who call it home. Many of whom believe they are entitled to their own democratic belief. An elected official, so to speak. The Iron Sworn are a family. At the heart, a guild. What happens on their kingdom is their choices, it's their decisions. I am merely the overseeing faction, the overseeing party. For many years, we have traded with the Iron Sworn, who live and run the city of Forge Heart Citadel. Their brethren originally from Lava Crest, south of here, in Ignicia. where the dwarves are said to burrow. They are known for accepting deals of the monetary sort to look the other way. You come here with Emberleaf's word. I ask that, for the sake of my kingdom, word does not spread of this thief, of this successful attack on the kingdom. No one knows what the bells mean but the guards themselves. If word were to break out, panic would spread. It's bad enough that the liches attacked the groves, and at the moment, it seems the weave no longer prevents death.
And also, it would ruin your whole presence in the eyes of the people. That would be very bad, wouldn't it, High King?
I would also just like to chime in that, excuse the pun of the bells and chiming. Your Majesty, apologies, Diego Costello. If the stone was in the vault, and only your people knew of that, then that means that you have someone on the inside leaking that information, no?
Oh, we are aware.
Have you caught that perpetrator?
The captain has been dealt with. Hasn't he,
Captain?
Emberleaf? Yes, we have apprehended the other captain as he looks to Calum, Ironleaf, the other captain here. He obviously had knowledge of the information, and it was actually his force, the Kingsguard, who were sent away on your orders, but no doubt he had a word with you, Your Majesty. As the High King nods, it was his suggestion that I let the Kingsguard be taken. He was a right-hand man of mine, but I dare not speak his name now. He's forgotten to me.
My concern for you, My Majesty, is that if a captain of the guard has been rooted with these cultists, who's to say that doesn't trickle down to other guardsmen? What if they were to sow the seeds and tell the city of what had happened here?
Captain
I just
Emberleaf
think that-
steps forward. Diego, we have a zone of truth. We had questioned everybody, those closest to the king at this time, and the royal family are proven to be trusted employees and confidants. At this stage, we have rooted out what we believe to be the main issues. Those you see around you, these Sylvanthal city guard, are not as they appear. As anybody who gets a proper look at them notices that these guards, though seemingly regular Sylvanthal city guards, are far, far stronger in power. They are all actually wearing what looks like a glimmered up version of a Sylvanthal city outfit. What they're truly wearing underneath, or how they appear, is very different. As when you look at them, there's a slight shimmer on their face.
If you are confident in your magics and they have worked and someone hasn't able to deceive you, like the captain did, then I'm sure everything will be fine, and anything further can be spoken about.
Diego, was it?
Diego Costello. Oh, Diego the Lucky.
Well, look, I understand that you visited the Grove of Luna before it was attacked. Princess Soliana advised me that she spoke to each of you before she left. And it was you who actually informed her to protect and that there would be a stone coming. We saw fit to protect the princesses and the royal family. First fought, first right. The stone was sealed in this vault. The only stone capable of opening such a thing was the stone held, well, one of the 6. We have reason to believe it would have been your stone, Miss Argent, given that it was stolen from you. Tell me, was it as easy as they took it from us?
I'm not sure. That is information that I need to disclose to you.
Well,
Also, let's be completely honest. We don't need a pissing contest right now. We need to
It
find
doesn't
this stone.
matter.
my
It
point.
doesn't matter.
My
how
point
it's
here is that they obviously have deals with powerful forces. However they managed to achieve such a feat, they must have had significant backing. Now, the trail leads to Forgeheart Citadel. Rumor says the Red Hoods have ties there. But if we were to send soldiers to their gates, we risk war with the dwarves. This must be done quietly. Although we have agents on the ground over there, perhaps it would be best, given your experience, to seek out the stone. I kindly ask each of you, should you be willing, please, go, recover what was stolen. Do this not for the crown, not for coin, but for balance. What do you say?
I happen to notice you've avoided my first question. What happens if they get all 6?
Diego, the 6 stones were created, formed, when the mages, the keepers of balance, sealed the portals. Should they gain such power again, not only would they be able to break the seals, the world would see chaos once again. We cannot let this happen.
But am I right in thinking that they need all 6? Or can they open some with what they have?
The power of the stones are hard to harness without the others. It is thought that perhaps a single stone could be imbued into a soul. It's very difficult to say. With all 6, you may be able to power, to open, to seal, to break the seals. Each stone holds unlimited power, but they were sealed by one another. I'll be honest, even with my years as the High King, my familiarity with the lore of the Keepers of Balance, even I don't know for certain.
I think what I'm trying to say is if their plan is to get all 6, then shouldn't the plan of action be to make sure the other 4 are held out of their grasp?
You raise a good point. The whereabouts of the remaining 4 are unknown. Diego, Ashira, friends of Emberleaf. When the Keepers of Balance successfully took down some of the threats on this world and restored balance, after the grove of Sylvana was set ablaze in Umbrasia, after the fall of the champion of Seraphine, the Archdruids came together, along with the Keepers of Balance. It was said they created many an artifact and clone to try and conceal these stones. There were fakes put out into the world. Each was created as an amulet. It was Callista Argent's idea at the time to create multiple amulets which house these stones, during which many decoys were created, and the Keepers of Balance agreed not to let it be known where they would hide the others, in case ever it was to be the situation we are in now.
How could Talon know where a lot of these stones are hidden? I mean, you guys don't even know who's currently holding each of them, and you guys don't know where currently all of them are, yet it seems this one random group of people are kind of knowing more than you guys. I mean, how do they have more information than you? I mean,
These
you're
are
literally
questions that make...
the high king of this whole place.
These are the questions we are asking, Mr. Judge.
How about they possess the knowledge themselves? The story goes that one keeper went missing. He
Yes,
should know about the other stones, the origin stones.
we know nothing of this keeper. We simply know he was there on the day. He helped to seal them away and then vanished.
What's his name?
We don't know his name. It's not written. It's. You can visit the archives. There's no record of his name, of his place. All I know is that he was an elf. Even an elf wouldn't be able to live that long, so surely it'd be an elven ancestor or descendant, unless he was to pass it to another. We don't know. What we do know is that these stones may not fall into the wrong hands, and every moment where we do not act, they move closer and closer to Forge Heart Citadel.
May I ask another question, maybe to get your input theory on it? They attacked the grove where we were. There was no stone at the grove of Luna. Why target a random grove that has no ties to these stones?
Can't you see? Attacking the groves. That is Talon. How they used it to deceive me, to deceive everyone, that was their ploy. To break the weave, to cause panic and chaos. How else would they avert our eyes
But
long enough
wouldn't
to
that have-
steal the stones?
Wouldn't that have meant there would be an eye on the temple then? Wouldn't that, when you guys have upped the guard in the area at least? Like, for the temple's sake?
We have upped the guard. Our most loyal servants, the King's Guard, were sent to the Grove of Solara. It was they who slayed the Lich. However, we did not find any remnant. Those of you who know of liches know of what I speak. No. It has been many
Do I know?
years. I would say
Would I know?
anybody well read about liches. Ooh, it's very unlikely anybody would know,
Dark
even if I
magic.
was to do a
Also-
history check.
Also, Mr. DM, we
Yes.
were told, I'm almost certain we were told the Lich left. Like, the Lich had dipped.
The lich
And
left
they're
the
saying they
grove.
killed it?
No. They said that the lich burned down the grove. You never got
Right.
told that he left.
No, but they
And
also
they-
didn't tell us they slayed it, so I think
No,
that's...
Yeah,
this is
we
the
were
first time you're
never
hearing
told.
this.
Right.
Yeah, this is the first time you're hearing this.
Can I just roll a history check on a lich?
Sure,
Either way.
you can roll it. I will tell you now, the DC is 27.
Damn it.
Oh my god, you rolled a 26!
Oh, well guided now. It's
Oh,
already
that's
rolled.
crazy. I didn't think you're gonna roll that high. That's nuts. Okay, anyways, no, you do not know. A lich at any time, when slain, can be reborn. I'm not sure how it works with the weave being torn, but they are to arrive back at their fragment. Little is known of such dark magic. I will tell you now, it would be best to rest, to gather what you need of the city, and be on your way to Forgeheart Citadel. Caleb,
Hey,
before you say
hey.
anything, he continues. Caleb, see to it that the road to Terra Mora is checked thoroughly, in case they decide to go that route. And believe sealed all borders and all walls. Yes.
Excuse
We-
me, High King.
Zell, you were saying you sort of jumped in first. What?
We have not agreed to this yet. We need to discuss this as a group. We've had some questions, and I think we've asked a lot, but I think when we have a moment to the side just to see if we're all in on this. You asked us. We have not responded.
By all means. But if you were not to do so, only time can tell what could happen. Look, I don't mean to put you in a position you don't want to go on to. If you wish not to follow this, to follow these stones, to follow this Erindor and Talon and the Redwoods, by all means, stay here and do nothing. I implore you to do so. If anybody's familiar with the stones, familiar with Talon, I thought it would be you guys, no?
Oh,
I'm
Feel
just
free
saying
to
that we're
talk
not making
amongst yourselves.
assumptions.
Yes.
High King, on that matter, my name is Elirr. I'm a scribe. I usually, you know, Master Jinglethorn. He was with the keepers at
I
times.
know of Fibrak Jinglethorn, the Archmage of the Aetherial Spire. He is a
Yeah.
keeper of balance, you say?
Well, he was tied to them, so I heard.
Interesting. I was not aware.
Here,
It is best we don't speak of all of the different keepers you know or do not know. For if we all know who each other are, then who's to say one can't slay one another, no? Take the power for
Here-
themselves. I would never. I know Remus would never. Jinglethorn is a bit eccentric for my taste.
you have a way that I could contact him directly somehow, and
That's far beneath my station. Surely you would talk to a wizard or a druid. Could you not cast Ascending as he looks to Sylas? Maybe not. Speak to any, maybe the cathedral or perhaps Sylvarian. I'd just ask another.
excuse me, sir.
So if no one has any other questions, shall we very quickly talk as a group?
Thank you, Your Majesty, for your time. Clearly, your lordship has much greater things to deal with than speaking to us. We can give our answer to Captain Emberleaf, if need be.
I do wish you well, all of you. It has been a tough day for me and my family, as I'm sure you can
God, it has.
imagine. I will say that though the Grove of Solara has been burned, your deeds were noticed at the Grove of Luna. Do you have a name or a acronym we could use to describe your party? No. Doing so, providing your support, we would be in your debt. I hope you realize and understand that. Not just we, me, the king of the realm, but also the wider population here at hand. This is no mere feat I ask of you.
Perhaps whilst we are undercover to clean up the mess, we don't have a name to go by. We come back to it.
Okay. Good thinking. I'll let you discuss amongst yourselves whilst I speak with Captain Emberleaf as he gestures Emberleaf, and Emberleaf immediately stands up and runs over to and sort of stands upright next to the king.
Well, called his maiden.
So,
Huddle,
I mean-
huddle.
Yeah, huddle. Huddle in the. We have to meet the tokens, I guess, but we can huddle up in the corner. So I'm assuming that we're all kind of in on getting involved in this, but there's a couple of unanswered things. First of all, what are we getting paid for this? And that's kind of that's really my only unanswered question. If he's going to talk to us like that, then
Well, he said to not do it for the money or for the fame, but to do it for the continent, right? The city.
But
that's
surely a
fine. But
bit
I
of
need to
money.
eat.
Surely a bit of
We
money.
have
it would
money.
be
We're
nice.
not
But let's
going
be-
broke yet. We have
But let's
good
be
on money.
fair, if we help them, the city provides for us, right? Don't like need actual money if like we can get stuff from the city for free. And then again, we are not fighting for ourselves. We are fighting for maybe the continuance of the entire nation as we know it.
I'm
Look,
not
I gotta
saying we
agree.
don't do it. I'm just saying that we get something out of it. You heard that they said something about sneaking off into Terra Mora. There's no guarantee that we'll be coming back to Sylvanthal.
Listen,
We won't get anything out of this city if we
This-
have to then continue
I would-
on.
I would just like to point out here, right? We didn't come to a group decision about leaving to go to a grove, right? We just kind of went. I'm not saying we did that wrong. I actually am glad we went to the grove. We got to do stuff. But now, all of a sudden, now we want to make a decision about if we're going to do it or not, when we literally
No.
didn't do that about a grove.
I
I think we've already too deep into this. I think we should just stay on the path that we know. We know the city. We have money. We're not broke. If you need money, Zell, I got money. I can help you. I don't use it.
To
Before
help
the
the
Grove. Go ahead, Diego.
I was just going to say, to help the Grove, we were tied into this and we were asked for aid. This man is telling us. He's
He's a high
expecting
king.
us.
What
It
do you
is-
expect?
This man believes that by blood right he is better than us. This man believes that we should just do as he says because he is telling us to. I believe that if he's going to treat us with such disrespect, then we should request our fair payment for doing a job. Aside from that, before we went to the Grove, Judge, none of us had nearly lost our lives to this fight. I know we had our fight in the manor, but things have changed since we got to the Grove. Death means death now. I
Yeah,
think we
I-
all deserve a fair say
think
before
you're-
we agree to go to Forge Heart Citadel and continue to put our lives at risk.
I would like to point out, I lost someone before this whole journey began. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't ask for things, but I think I think we should be more focused on is getting the Forge Heart Citadel and get this whole thing over with so we can get back to our lives. Because I want to get back to being who I was, a little bit at least. But
I'm just
on top
saying,
of that,
if one of us doesn't want to do it, then they shouldn't have to come.
I agree. I completely agree. If you don't feel up to the task, I will be doing it. I do think the city should be able to provide us with things to aid us in accomplishing this.
Well,
Ultimately,
This
we're the
is
ones
true.
putting our lives on the line.
pretty sure he said they would provide things that we need.
they gave us Warden Stones, I think. They provided
That has
a bit
nothing to do
already.
with this.
That's not
Warden
something to do.
stones are not relevant.
No.
And Judge, I hate to break it to you, but 80 gold is not going to get you very far.
I also don't
We
have
are
80
not even
gold.
going. No, 80 gold between the 7 of us is not a lot of money. I hate to break it to you. Money buys speed, and speed is what we need. I will tell him I will be the bad guy. I don't care, okay? I was always going to do this. I am so heavily tied into this. I feel so stupid. I'm going to chase down Erendor regardless. Okay? But if I can get some aid, be it monetary, I am going to take it. If you do not want it, I will not share it with you. Okay?
How about we discuss our terms and conditions among us first, and then get back to Captain and Belief? Because otherwise, I can feel us standing here like all day and night.
Of course.
Well, there is the cart that needs to go down to Forge Heart Citadel, and that might be a wild goose chase from there. We will all need bedding. We will need food and perhaps
Ashira,
even
darling.
some items.
Cards. This man, there are powerful mages here. Surely they have the teleportation circle or something
Even
like that.
better, but he said clear the road so that we can get down there.
I agree. I think they should have access to teleportation, no?
I mean,
get
I
it.
would hope so.
All of the
Listen,
factions
magic-
have left, but surely the palace has a court wizard or something.
We're already
They may not
experiencing-
use it. They may not use that though, because we're meant to be going undercover. They don't want to raise, oh, why is the king passing 7 people through via a
Yes, but-
teleportation circle?
But we could be a day's walk out, as opposed to 3 or 4 days
If
cut out.
if I
you
may
know?
just add some more intel here, we know whoever's doing this after the stones is a high, powerful mage. They literally were able to get into this building with no one knowing they were here. They were able to get out without anyone knowing that they got out. And then on top of it, we've seen it at the Grove. They were able to get in without any of the freaking the druids knowing. They have high, powerful magic. Who's to say they're not just gonna notice a big teleportation spell coming right near them, and now whoof, we're popping up there. I'm just saying, maybe they don't want to use magic because maybe right now magic isn't very reliable in terms of anything. We saw at the Grove, they weren't able to revive with people. They weren't able to revive anybody.
So does that mean that with the rest of us cannot use magic?
No, because I
Because
don't
if
think.
that's the case, there's no point in me coming.
Look, I'm just saying, high, powerful magics probably shouldn't be something we look very much well into trying to use. I wouldn't trust it right now, which is why I'm thinking maybe that's why they want us to go on the road.
Well, teleportation circle has to be connected to other teleportation circle. No.
And you think other places will not have them?
We literally
Well, not just
watched an
into the middle of nowhere.
archdruid allow a princess walk through a tree. We saw it. It's possible.
Well, that's a druid.
Well,
Let's
we
work
have
on the
druids in the city.
assumption.
Yes.
Let's
Ask
work on
them.
the assumption. Go ahead.
Like, ask them. We have druids in the city, powerful druids, right?
Well,
can
this
make-
is the thing. This is meant to be kept a secret. So I don't know how much they're going to allow us to do, but let's work on the assumption in terms of payment that we're getting no assistance whatsoever and we have to do this ourselves. And aside from that, that's what we have to tally up as the money. If they say they'll help us with things, they'll say they'll help us with things. But let's just put a figure on it.
Well, what's it worth to you with the high danger, high probability of death?
1,000,000 gold pieces.
You
I'll
are
take no
you are
less.
the one leading this
pocket money.
cause. You should be the one trying to decide how much. I mean, you apparently put more thought in this than we have. So what kind of money you're wanting them to give us?
Be able to live comfortably after
Ned?
this, to be... What was that, Ashira?
150 a head.
I was going to say 250, so let's meet in the middle of 200.
200 up front to each of to everybody. Want whatever, but you want 200 gold.
What is your life worth to you, Judge?
You're asking a man who can't eat and and just built. To me, life is just worth it more for you people, the actual living. So for me, it's my life doesn't have much on it to begin with.
How much is it worth to you to fulfill your god's purpose?
Right now, let's not necessarily bring the gods into this. This is more you guys thing, not really a gods thing.
Well,
1,000 golds per person.
are you
How
not
about
doing
that?
anything for yourself then? Like, Judge, what is it worth to you? That's what are you going for?
Going for the experience. Pretty much it right now.
All right.
So, yay or nay on 200?
It is pocket money to him. Come on.
Yay or nay on 1,000? As was
Where is
suggested
it?
by Diego.
1,000's a bit too much, I think.
Yay or nay on
Right.
500?
We can start on 1,000 and then lowball afterwards.
How about we start high and
We just tell him we want some money to buy supplies, and then he decides the amount.
Okay, let's do that. And are we all in on this? We haven't even answered that question yet.
Yes.
Mirabelle and Elirr, you haven't answered. Are you in?
I'm here, and Master Vibrak is involved in all of this. Here. I'm with you, like I was with the Grove.
Mirabelle?
Of course, yes.
Okay. I believe everyone else has answered in the affirmative as well. Then let's ask him for some money and see how much he gives us.
Go ahead. You're the meeting man.
Okay. Hi, King. If I may have your ear, if you have a moment.
Yes. Have you discussed among yourselves?
We have discussed and we have agreed that we will, of course, do this to serve not just the city of Sylvanthal, but all the lands and all the people. However, to achieve something like this, we are in need of finances. To get going,
Of course.
to get there.
I would not send
How
you
much
out
would you be?
empty-handed. Look,
How much would you be willing to give us up front?
you will not find statues raised in your honor, nor song of this feat that I ask you to go on.
Oh no, that will happen.
Okay, at least not yet. What I ask of you must remain hidden. If the people knew our vault had been breached, panic would burn through the streets like wildfire. But know this, your deeds will not be forgotten here. If you were to bring the stone back, bring balance back, and Sylvanthal will be forever in your debt. In terms of immediacy, I would not simply send you out on such a task without funds, as you say. I would provide you with gold and supplies, token of trust, which is more symbolic on my part, and then a gift, as I believe it could be an aid for you all. In the immediacy, we believe, as I've spoken to Emberleaf here, we believe that 1,000 gold pieces total is enough to split or spend as a group, marking that this is serious. Of course, in addition to such a thing, we would provide you with fresh provisions for several weeks, plus high-quality healing kits, potions of healing, and some traveling gear. You will, of course, also have access to our stables. You are more than welcome to use our steeds temporarily, or if you have a preferred means of travel, you may use that as well. I would offer you this seal as he pulls from his side basically a signet. This here is the King's signet seal. It's engraved with the emerald and silver emblem of the royal house of Sylvanthal. It will grant you safe passage and cooperation within the elven domains. With any of the loyalists of Sylvanthal, this will allow you passage. In addition, each of you shall receive one of these, as he gestures to Captain Emberleaf, who pulls from basically behind him a little case and opens it up to you. These are the Silverleaf brooches. They're enchanted to grant all kinds of benefits against charm or fear almost every day. Worn openly, it would identify you as emissaries of the crown. Lastly, I would also impart to you this, as he reaches down into one of the pockets on his robe and pulls out a very, very bright marble glowing stone. This here is the Moonstone of Balance. It's a faintly glowing shard, and it looks kind of less like a massive stone, it's more like a small sort of 12-sided dice kind of shape. It is once said to have been touched by the Keepers of Balance themselves. This came from a time when gods still walked among us, so use it wisely, and please, do not lose it. I hope that this is of like to you. In addition, of course, you are welcome to use one of our royal waygates. We have them here. These are ancient elven archways scattered across the land. They're big enough for carts to pass through, activated only with the seal of the king. We haven't used one in some time, but we could probably send you to the Grove of Luna without raising any suspicion. There's a gate, a waypoint near there. I hope that this would be enough to support you, as at this time everything must be off the record. I hope you understand.
Understood.
Are we in agreement?
We will do it.
Okay.
But
Money's a bit tight, but agreed.
In addition, I have spoken with Captain Emberleaf, and he advised me that the the Hearthrest Inn. The Hearthrest Inn will be another place you are welcome to stay free of charge at our expense for as long as you need. The room
Push the
will
boat
be
out, why don't you?
vacated this evening.
143 gold and 1 night stay in a tavern. Well, let's get going, eh?
Are we in agreement?
We're in agreement.
Perfect.
when we inevitably return to take your away gate, would we be expecting 7 horses?
You may
What are yours?
decide whether you wish to take a carriage or a horse, whatever you wish to take with you. Though, as he looks at Judge, I do feel sorry for some of the horses. We should have some sturdy enough to carry such a fellow as yourself, sir.
Need to get
it's-
the Trax expansion pack.
If it's okay with you all, I will leave this with Emberleaf, as I have to attend to other business. Are we done here?
Sure.
Once again, I thank you not just for your discretion, but also for your duty.
Zell will say unintelligibly under his breath, maybe Ashira and Judge could hear it. Yeah, but you don't thank us with your coin purse.
Farewell, Prince, as he steps in, and you hear the door sort of creaks behind him and closes. Captain Emberleaf steps forward to you all. Well, perhaps we could divvy out the belongings. We would need to collect them and bring them to the Hearthrest Inn. Will you be there tonight?
Well, it is the only place we can stay for free, so yes.
Yes, unless, you've got a coupon for the shop down the road, but wouldn't want to push the boat out,
Yeah,
Gee,
you'll
I
probably
make
share
more
that
money
one
on a
room
street
again.
corner.
Look,
This man wants my discretion and my life and wants to pay me 143 gold. I believe you paid me
I
nearly
hear
as
you.
much to deliver a brooch.
Diego, I hear you. Just because he offered you 1,000 gold does not mean I am not willing to share my coin with you all.
That is not the point.
I'm with Diego, it's not the point, but
I suggest that we vacate the palace grounds. I'm sure you have your own businesses to attend to. I will meet you all at the Hearthrest Inn later today, if that suits you all. Perhaps, maybe sometime after 10?
Fine, why not? There is a spare bed as well. You know, you can save some money.
Oh no, I live in the city, but thank you.
Also, if you need a hand carrying all that money to us, let us know, because, you might need the extra hands. Those brooches must weigh a ton.
Right. You probably could have asked for more, but okay, let's move, shall we? As you see that some of the guards stand firm and move next to the palace doors, and the others seem to step aside to let you through. Do you guys, for the sake of brevity, do you leave the grounds here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I moaned the whole way there.
As you
I moan with
guys,
Diego.
as you guys step out, you're now in Sylvanthal City. This is where we will pick up next session. As you guys managed to get back, you handed over the brooch to Soren Ironroot. You learned of a thievery happening at the palace, and now you're being sent to Forgeheart Citadel. Talon are everywhere. Let's see what happens next session. Until then, bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing.